I've been cut. I've been cut.
I have to watch that for infection, of course, but there's no serious muscle damage.
It's a good thing it was in my left hand. It's always been lazy. Kept me from becoming a Billy Joel.
Rick, would you say you're adjusting to prison life?
Oh.
Look, you don't have to answer my question.
No, it's all right. I'll answer your question. I'm adjusting fine, Doctor. I've got a swell room, a couple of great guys from roommates. We're redecorating. Getting a lot of exercise, too.
Yeah, well, that's not what I meant.
What do you mean?
You're not fitting in. Now, you got the white game ticked off at you. And even though you play like Ray Charles, you hardly qualify for the black game.
What am I supposed to do, stand around while some guys get knifed? Wouldn't make me any better than the rest of them, would it? In spite of what the jury said, I didn't kill anybody. Nah, I don't belong here. I'm not ever gonna act like I belong here either.
Well, then, we're gonna be seeing a lot of each other, you and I.
Then you better start sterilizing those needles.
Smart move, Frost. Yourself a little flesh wound. Get yourself out of heavy work detail. Wish I thought of it. Eddie, another fish.
Thanks, man.
Kind of late.
You're Frost, huh?
Yeah.
Piano player? Knocked off your girlfriend.
She was my former girlfriend. They found her in a car that had been stolen from me, but I couldn't prove any of that.
You don't even look like a con.
I got a parking ticket once.
Eddie O'Hara.
How you doing?
All right. Now, we got a job to do. We got to line up some chairs in the chapel.
Yeah.
For His Eminence, the bishop, he's going to say Mass next week.
Yeah.
If you had a piano or something, could you play Ave Maria, something like that?
Yeah, sure. Where the hell am I going to get a piano around here? What's a piano doing up here?
It's a gift from my old pal, Mickey Shaughnessy. Sent over right after he disappeared.
Mickey Shaughnessy, wasn't he some kind of gangster? Around Dutch Schultz, Al Capone, those guys?
Yeah, he was like those guys. But his territory was show business, vaudeville and bands and clubs. The Shamrock Club was his. He was a music lover, now. He may have sent this piano over so the guys could gather around it and sing.
Didn't get much use, did it?
Eddie!
Yeah, I'll be right with you. Talk to Max. Maybe we get this thing moved to the chapel.
Yeah, okay. Scott Joplin, Maple Leaf Rag. Printed in 1899.
Hey, Ricky. Why don't you come play some ball with us?
Sorry, bad hand.
Leave him alone.
Thanks, I guess I owe you one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Eddie, you've been in here a long time, right?
Well, if you call 50 years a long time.
How do you get him to leave you alone?
I believe in the 11th commandment. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But do it unto them first.
It's a hell of a way to live.
Yeah, but you live. I was a rough kid, traveled with a rough crowd. I almost got myself into big trouble. But I'll tell you something. I didn't kill that guy. Mickey framed me.
Shaughnessy was your old pal.
Yeah, he was. That was a long time ago. We had a problem. We were both in love with the same girl. Mickey said he'd make her a star. He even played piano for her when she sang in his clubs.
So he decided to eliminate the competition, right?
Listen, where'd you disappear to yesterday? Max and I were looking all over for you.
I'll tell you, Eddie, as soon as I figure it out myself.
You do that. Remember, you owe me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see if anything else does the trick. Over there, George M. Cohen. 1917. Okay.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Where you from, Doughboy?
Well, from here it would be, south from here.
Arkansas, Texas?
103rd Street.
103rd Street?
Yeah. See, let me buy you a beer and then you could play that song again.
Yeah, sure.
All right, 1 second.
Thank you.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you, you sure can play that thing.
So far, so good.
Damn it!
It was the weirdest thing that ever happened to me in my life. Both times I started playing one of those old songs and then boom, I'm right back in time, right? First I was in a park. The next time I was in some place called the Shamrock Club.
Mm-hmm.
It was the weirdest thing. I could taste the beer. I could smell the cigarettes. You think I'm nuts, don't you? Maybe. You know, I keep thinking that if I could just pick the right music and the right year, I could stay there.
Hey, man, don't go by me. If I was smart, would I be working here?
Listen, I appreciate the needlework. I'll see you around sometime.
Hey, are you going somewhere?
I don't know. I hope so. Hey, Max, have you seen Eddie?
Hey, I got enough problems taking care of everybody else.
Just tell him I'm looking for him, all right? Okay, let's do it.
Good idea.
You know, you never let me give you a real state panel welcome, Ricky. My only problem is deciding whether to kill you right now or just cripple you. You think you might be grateful to me if I let you live? Car's coming. Later, Ricky. Don't leave town.
Okay. See, way to be good. No, it's shaking the blues away. Shaking the blues away. No, it's someone to watch over me. 1928. That's good. Calvin Coolidge, Flappers, bathtub gin. That's great.
Don't worry about Thompson. He's got the brain of a houseplant. How would you want?
I got this crazy idea. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. What would you give to see Mickey Shaughnessy face to face again?
To see me?
Yeah.
I'd be willing to spend a year in hell. Why?
Put your hands on the piano.
Do what?
Put your hands on the piano. Here. Look, here. Look.
The Shamrock Club?
Yeah.
The Shaughnessy's place. Yeah. But these look new.
I know they're new because I was there yesterday, the Shamrock Club in Chicago. Now look, if I got this thing figured out right, all I gotta do is play the right tune, and you and I can be back in Chicago in 1928.
1928?
Ed, put your hands on the piano, it won't work.
Hey, look, kid, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But when you've been in a slammer for 50 years, you don't believe in magic anymore.
I have to do this, Eddie.
So go ahead and do it. Be my guest.
Where's Jimmy?
Jimmy who?
The player from the Shamrock, the guy who was overpaying to be here tonight.
I don't know. I think he took sick. The union sent me over.
The union?
Yeah.
Shorty, make a note. I want to see Jimmy Melton over at the club tomorrow morning.
Jimmy, Shamrock, tomorrow. Got it, Mr. Shaughnessy.
Mickey Shaughnessy?
Yeah, who are you expecting, Babe Ruth? Hey, this is my house, and that's my piano you're trying to play.
I think he's doing a very good job, honey. And he's cuter than Jimmy, too.
Damn it. Shorty! Tomorrow morning I want you to get me one of them classy new pianos. What do you call them? Grand piano. From the club. And I want you to just get rid of this old cat house number.
Sure thing. What do you want me to do with it?
Why don't you just send it on over to Ellen's old friend O'Hara in the state pen? He'll appreciate the sentiment. Now, I'm gonna give you one more chance, buddy. I want to see some people dancing. So why don't you play that new Gershwin thing? It's wonderful.
Could you hum a few bars? I'm not sure if I know that one.
The song of the year and you don't know it?
No.
Why don't you show him how it's played, Mickey? I'm sure he'd appreciate the sentiment.
Move over. I can play it slow. Or a little bit more up-tempo.
You can dance, can't you?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Don't worry about Mickey.
Hell am I?
Mickey Shaughnessy?
Who are you? Do I know you?
Don't you recognize me, Mickey? Eddie O'Hara. Your old pal.
Eddie O'Hara. Where am I? Tell me where I am.
You're right where you belong, Mickey. With me. Now, I'd like to be the first to give you a state pen welcome.
You know where Mickey went?
Yeah, I do. He went outside. He said he'd be gone for quite a while.
Oh, well, that wouldn't be the first time. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. As a matter of fact, baby, I'm fine.
test this thing to see if it'll work. What if we haven't enough voltage? Just keep swinging on its arm. 1.2. It's on its way. You know, I gotta worry. Report from the front, Captain. Lieutenant McPherson has a worry. This is no joke. What? What if he can read our minds? He's gonna be real mad when he gets to me. 1.4. Keep moving around, you guys. Keep it quiet.
Daddy, I'm scared.
Am I wrong, or are you supposed to be in bed?
Daddy, there's a man in my room.
Sweetie, you just had a nightmare.
I was not. I saw him, Mommy.
It's my turn, I guess. Huh? I think I'm just gonna go have to see who this is who is bothering my little girl. And if he can read minds, then he's gonna be real mad when he gets to mine.
He was over there, Daddy. He was watching me.
There's nothing there, Megan. See, it's closed.
He scared me, Daddy.
I know, Megan, but it was just a nightmare. Now, my big girl isn't going to be afraid of some little nightmare, is she? Come on. In you go. Now, look, okay. Can you keep a secret? Okay, well, when I was a little kid, I had a lot of nightmares. Monsters.
Monsters?
I mean, they were in the closet, they were under the bed, they were everywhere. But my dad, he told me the secret. And then I wasn't scared anymore. Monsters cannot get you if you hide under the blankets.
They can't?
They can't. That's the rule, and even monsters can't break the rules. That's my girl. That's good. See, the only problem with that theory is that blankets can't hide you from Daddy. Okay. Calm down. Now you're going to sleep, right?
Right.
Good night, kid. Oh, sorry.
Jeff? What's wrong? God, you look like death warmed over.
No, it's nothing, I tell you, honey, I thought...
Huh?
Nah, it's absurd. It's like daughter, like father. Oh, and the man, it was a chair full of clothes.
Well, she has your imagination.
Yeah. I was wondering where it went.
She's okay, right?
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Here's your story. North Pole, November 3rd. Ed Scott reporting.
Beef here. I have baked potatoes in there. I have salad right here, and I have wine. Now for you, you get milk. All right? How does that sound?
Yeah, like paradise
Hey,
regained.
hey.
Why don't you go wash up, honey? Hey. What's wrong?
Wrong? Now, what makes you think that something is wrong?
Clues, Sherlock. The last time you served wine was the day that your car got banged up in the school lot. So what is it this time?
This morning in class, a student asked me where I was during Vietnam. So I told him I was in school.
You were? I remember it distinctly.
I neglected to tell him that the school was in Canada.
Well, it's none of his business.
That's what I told him. So why do I feel so guilty? No. Is it true? I'm doing it again, aren't I? Okay. Now, is this the part where you're supposed to tell me that I didn't do anything wrong?
You didn't do anything wrong.
Good. She still remembers all her lines. You are a perfect woman. Thank you.
Maggie, come on down. Dinner's ready. Megan? Megan? Oh, honey, you didn't wash your hands.
The man was upstairs, Mommy. He talked to me.
Oh, honestly, now come on. Let's get you scrubbed up for dinner. It's okay to play pretend, but you mustn't blame somebody else if you forget to do something.
It's not pretend, Mommy.
Okay, here you go. It's a little better. Jeff! Jeff!
What's wrong?
Jeff, did you see him? Did he come past you?
What? Who?
The
Come
man,
past me? Who?
The man in the wheelchair. He was there in the mirror. I mean, no, he was in the hall. I saw him in the mirror, and then he must have come past you, Jeff.
A man in a wheelchair? Yes. Look, honey, wait a minute. I mean, I think I would have noticed somebody coming past me in a wheelchair. And besides, how could anybody get a chair down these stairs?
Well, if he didn't come past you, then he's still...
He's gone, Mommy.
Oh, Maggie.
Don't be scared. He's a nice man.
What the hell is going on here? I don't know. I think it's time I found out.
Who are you? No. Hey, look, don't freak on me, spaceman. No. I need you, man. No, this is him. Hey, man, what the hell's wrong?
I'm the reason he's here.
But you didn't do anything.
Oh, no? I can think of something I did. I got drafted. But I chose Canada. I copped out on Vietnam. And now it looks like Vietnam is catching up with me. See, maybe Vietnam was my fate. Maybe I was supposed to die there. And maybe this legless ghost is the guy who went instead of me. Or maybe he got killed because I wasn't there.
No. This is just your guilt talking, not you. You said no to a dirty little undeclared war. You helped stop that war, Jeff. Now you know that.
No, I don't know it. All I know is that I have to leave because if I go somewhere, then he'll follow me and you and Megan will be safe.
Oh, maybe, but maybe not. Jeff, whatever this is, we've got to face it together.
Well, you're right. You are right.
Yes, Susan?
Your husband's on 5.
Thank you. Where have you been? I've been so worried.
Denise. Is it you?
Of course it's me. Are you all right? You sound really strange.
Strange? No. I'm fine. Denny, how are you?
Denny? You haven't called me Denny since high school. Jeff? What is going on?
I just need to see you, Denny. Just for a little while. I'm at home now, Denny, and I need to see you.
Okay. Okay, I'll be right there.
Hi, Susan.
Jeff, you all right? You look terrible.
Huh, yeah, well, I feel worse. I just spent the night in my car on Frontage Road. Is, Denise here?
She went home about 5 minutes ago, right after you called.
Right after I called. I didn't call.
Of course you did. I put you through not 10 minutes ago. I ought to be able to recognize your voice by now.
Denny? I'm here.
Honey? Jeff?
You're looking real good. I mean, you look even better than you did back when we were together.
Oh, God.
What happened? What, is that the question? What happened? What happened? Vietnam happened, Denny. And the draft lottery. And a landmine. Denise?
Jeff?
Denny, I don't...
Jeff! I'm up here! Jeff! Jeff, I'm up here!
Honey, back. All right, you. You're me. That's bingo. And this isn't happening, then a dream? Well, yeah, well, right. But are you dreaming me? Or am I dreaming you? I mean, I don't give a damn one way or the other. You see, I think we're both real. I think that somewhere around 1971, we came to this fork in the road. And you went one way, and I went the other. And we ended up in different places.
Jeff? Spaceman? On your road? What happened?
To us. To us. Oh, Denny, yeah. You and me? Oh, well. Gee. You died in a motorcycle accident when I was in Nam. The guy you were riding with didn't believe in helmets. That's why you're here, because I'm guilty. I'm guilty, okay. That's all right, but if there's any retribution owed, then it's to me, and to me alone. You have to leave them out of it now.
No. We went to Canada together. We made the decision together. I'm a part of him, and everything that happens to him.
That's why I loved you so much, Denny. And you, what? I mean, come on. You think that I would hurt them? God. And they say us vets are crazy. And tell me why. I'm dying, man. I mean, you know, the doctors, they never tell you what's really going on, but I could feel it. And it's okay. You know, I mean, I lost everything important to me a long time ago. I lost my legs, I lost my girl, I lost my future. I even lost Jeff. And the spaceman. Ooh, yeah, I mean, come on. He doesn't have much going on except some really horrible memories. So, you know, I'm laying in the VA and I'm just waiting to get it over with. Come on. And I'm thinking, and I'm wondering, you know, how it would have been with Denny and me. You know, if I'd have done it differently. And I'm laying there. And I'm wondering. And I guess I just wondered myself here. I just wanted to see him, brother. You did okay, McDowell. You did okay. I wasn't even there. I wasn't there either. I mean, I wasn't there for Denise. I wasn't there for Megan. Yeah. Come on. I think it's probably time I went.
No, you can stay. If you want to.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I'd like to. Be nice. But I can't. I got some nice memories now, though. Thanks. The flashbacks. I mean, it must work both ways. You and me, we're the same person, right? I have some memories. I have some good memories. Maybe if we touched. No, you don't know what you're talking about now. But I have good memories. The day that Denise and I got married. Our honeymoon. The day Megan was born. No, it's no good, see? Because then you'd have all that stuff about all those men dying around you. Then you'd have all the years in the hospital and in this damn chair. No, and then you'd remember Everybody backing away from you, everybody watching you, watching you. You know, come on. Hey, I mean, you'd be waking up with nightmares. You'd be screaming. I'm not afraid of a few nightmares. I can always just crawl under the blanket.
The devil, they say, having so far failed to destroy the human race with nuclear weapons, toxic waste, or elevator music, has finally devised his most cunning weapon, long-term credit, with fine print, written in the Twilight Zone.
Claire, can you help me with BJ's stroller, okay?
Hi.
Matthew, don't go too far.
There you go, little fella. How you doing? Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here it is. Here's the Get the door. Sit down. Sit down over there. Hello, my name is Linda Wolf. I have an appointment with Catherine Foley.
One moment. Miss Foley, Linda Wolf is here to see you. Yes, I'll tell her. Miss Foley, I did take care of all that, and we sent them over. They'll be delivered in about a week.
Like this. Do it like this.
Yes, ma'am. Right away. Miss Foley will see you now.
Oh, thank you. You boys wait here and behave yourselves.
Thank you. Mrs. Wolf, thank you for taking the time to come in and see us. Please sit down.
Well, it's not every day I get a phone call inviting me to be a credit card holder.
It's not every day we make the offer. Would you like some coffee?
Oh, no, I'm fine, thank you.
Mrs. Wolf, you have a very spotty credit record.
I know.
Amex, Visa, MasterCard have all canceled you in the past. So have the department stores. Even Union 76.
Yes, well, that's the past. I really think I've learned my lesson.
Well, good. Maybe we can do some business. What do you know about our card?
Nothing. Until your call, I'd never heard of you.
Well, let's say that we understand that modern life cannot be conducted on a cash basis. So we offer credit to those who can't get it anywhere else.
You're the credit card of last resort.
Exactly, but because of that, we have some very stringent and unusual requirements. For example, we insist on a minimum payment within 7 days of purchase, as opposed to the usual 30 days.
That's kind of rough, isn't it? Most of our cardholders don't seem to mind. It's a small percentage, sort of a good faith gesture. But there are severe penalties and service charges. They're all spelled out right here in the cardholders agreement. What do you say?
Where do I sign?
Right there. Here's your card.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Evan, take Boris outside. You know he makes Daddy sneeze.
Dad isn't here.
Yes, he is. Come on now, Evan, honey. Take Morse outside. Outside, please. Hey, come.
Hey, babe.
Don't tell me I forgot our anniversary.
Very funny. I just bought myself a little present, okay?
Well, you deserve a present. What credit card is this?
Matt, did your brother take the cat out? You gotta take the garbage out. That's my new credit card.
Oh, really?
Are we gonna start fighting about Linda's problem again?
No, I don't think that'd be a good idea at all.
Good.
Please. Honey, be careful.
Oh, Brian, come on.
What are you burning for dinner?
Oh, no. Boris? Boris? Evan? Evan, the back door was open. Is the cat in the house again? What? Our cat, Boris, remember? Short, furry, 4 legs.
Okay, kids, come on. Time for bed, huh? Time for bed. Let's go.
Boris.
Come on. I'll pick this up.
Boris. Boris. Boris.
Linda, what is all this about a cat?
What do you mean, what is all this about a cat?
Linda, I cannot get them a cat. I'm allergic to cats.
Well, I know. That's why we keep him on the porch.
You got a cat?
For God's sakes, Brian, have you lost your mind? All right, if we don't have a cat, then tell me what's been eating out of this cat dish and sleeping on this ratty old cushion. Oh, I get it. This is someone's idea of a joke. Very funny, Brian. Really, very funny. Boris? Boris?
I think you've made an excellent choice with the new refrigerator freezer. Real top of the line, lots of volume. Will this be cash or charge?
Oh, charge, please. Thank you.
You know, if you really want to get the kids a cat, there's a pet store on the way home. A short-haired cat.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. 2 days ago, we had a cat. And now you and the boys are convinced we never did. Well, I didn't think it was funny to begin with, and I don't think it's getting any funnier.
Mrs. Wolf? Mr. Wolf? There seems to be a problem with your credit card. Could you come with me, please?
Certainly.
Yeah, if we could just do that over 9 months, it would be easier for me.
I didn't want to discuss this out there, but the credit card company refuses to approve the purchase.
Why?
Why don't you talk to them?
Hello? Yes, this is Mrs. Wolf.
This is a very nice model.
Oh, it is.
It's brand new.
Oh, that's not your fault. They're very strange.
Yeah, they are. Oh, Mr. Wolf, the refrigerator should be at your house within 7 days. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What was that all about?
Oh, I forgot to make the first payment on the card. I guess the slip got thrown out with the box or something. I don't know.
Linda, you told me you had that card only a week.
That's right. That's the way they operate. Anyway, I wrote a check out for it right there. I don't have any more money, but the credit card people are happy.
They're happy, I'm happy.
I don't suppose you'd like to make me a loan, get me through the week.
I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Fine.
I would like to help.
Hey, what's going on in here? You guys are supposed to be up past your bedtime. Come on. Time for bed. Come on, Nat. Let's go. Come on. Come on. All right. Hey, Scooby, off the bed. Hop in. Hey. Good boy. Under the covers. Let's go. Come on. Come on, help me out here. Here we go. All right. Night, you guys.
Night.
Now, Mommy and Daddy don't want to hear another word out of you. All right?
Good night, guys.
Lights out.
It's the Linda Wolf account. I know you made an acquisition. She's late again. Exercise your option.
What, Mom?
You think the dog might like some hamburgers, Friskies? Where's the dog anyway? You guys got him out on the porch? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Where's the dog?
What dog?
Evan Wolf, stop playing games.
Mom, I'm not playing games.
Well, somebody's playing games. First Boris disappears and now Scooby. Matt?
Scooby?
Who took the dog? Scooby!
Well, the boys are finally in bed, and BJ's sound asleep.
Good.
Linda, we have to talk.
I suppose the boys told you that their mother is cracking up, imagining that we have a cat and a dog when obviously we don't.
When I came home, I found them hiding in their room. They didn't say anything. Look, you're cooped up here all day long, by yourself, with 2 preschool delinquents and a teething baby. It'd be unusual if you didn't get a little upset.
Oddly enough, I'm not cheered up by that.
Would you like to talk to someone else? A professional?
A psychiatrist.
Would you like to?
Brian, I'm not cracking up. I admit there's something weird going on here, but let's not make a federal case out of it, okay?
Okay. Is this a credit card bill for the refrigerator? I thought you had to make a payment within a week.
So?
So we bought the refrigerator 8 days ago.
3 of those days were weekends, honey. They can't count that. Okay, I'll mail it out tomorrow. And I have no plans to use that card anymore.
Thank you. That would be nice.
Lady, at the very least, you're looking at a new water pump. Parts and labor's going to run you $300.
$300?
Plus $60 for my tow.
What? I've only got, $12.
Unhook it, Bill.
Wait! I have a credit card, okay?
Why didn't you say so? Jack it back up, Bill. Let's get it out of here. Sure.
Yes? She used it even though she was delinquent?
No, we have no choice. Do it now.
Brian? Boys? Anybody home? Brian?
Hi, what happened to you?
Oh, the car broke down. I had to get it towed. And then they couldn't find the right water pump, so I had to wait forever.
Oh, babe, why didn't you call?
So you could drag BJ and the boys out to a gas station? I had enough to deal with.
Who's PJ?
Including this moron driving the tow. Who's PJ? Brian, who's BJ? Something's happened to the boys' rooms.
I don't know what you're talking about, honey.
The baby. Brian, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I want my children! Stop it!
We don't have any children. We never had any children. We don't have a cat. We don't have a dog. Look, Linda, honey, I can't do this all by myself. I can't. I have to call somebody.
No, baby, please. No. Don't call anybody, please. I'll do it. I'll call somebody in the morning. I promise. I'll call a doctor. Please. I'll be all right. I just need to calm down. I just need to relax. I'll be all right. Please, just leave me alone. Just go to bed. I'll be in a while, please.
Okay.
Person. I want to see her now.
Just one moment, please. Miss Foley, Linda Wolf is in here demanding to see you.
My kids! Those are my kids! Matthew! Oh, Evan! My baby! Evan! Bill, you gotta let me in there. I'll tear this place apart!
Come in here with me, Mrs. Wolf. Yes, those were your children. Earlier this week, we acquired your cat and your dog. What seems to be the problem?
What seems to be the problem? You just taken my children away from me and no one even remembers that I had them.
Look, we acquire the experiential matrix along with the principle. It wouldn't be fair to give someone a cat or a person without the accompanying memories, would it?
What kind of people are you?
Well, you said it yourself. We're the credit card of last resort. Now, you signed a business agreement with us. And you failed to make the good faith payments, and we collected. It's all in the cardholder agreement.
Don't give a damn about your cardholder agreement! Assuming for the moment that I even understood what you people are capable of doing, that doesn't make it right! You can't just take someone's children away.
We can take anything we like, Mrs. Wolf, as long as you fail to make the minimum payment. Now, if it's any consolation to you, we make every effort to place the principal in a better environment. Our disbursement division is very good at that.
No, ma'am, my children don't need a better environment. They need me. I'm their mother.
Really? You've already proven that you're a compulsive spender. You demonstrated to me considerable irresponsibility, signing a contract that you didn't bother to read or understand.
Okay, all right. I'll go to your disbursement division. I'll buy my children back.
With what? Your bank indicates that your personal account is overdrawn.
This is on our joint checking account. Is that enough? Okay, when can I have my children back?
You do understand that this check must clear, of course. If it doesn't, there'll be another penalty assessment.
It's gonna be no problem. I'll be back. I'll be back, and my children better be here. Brian? Oh, Brian, thank God you're home. I had to do something today, honey.
Where the hell have you been?
I wrote a check on the joint account.
I know. The bank called me.
What do you mean?
Linda, why don't you talk to me?
What did you do with the
What's wrong
bank?
with me?
What did you do? What did you do at the bank?
I canceled the check!
No! Oh, yes, I need the number of the...
If I can just get a ping-pong ball in there by 7:13. Well, I guess we solved that little problem. I would get cracking if I was you. Impossible. I refuse. Jeremy, really, you will grow to like it. Give it a chance. So long. Do not take any wooden nickels. Unless you really need them, of course. Mr. Witherspoon. No. A tambourine. I have to find a tambourine right away. Can you help me? Do you know where I can find a tambourine? If in the next few months you notice that there has been a spate of catastrophes, or things are just not going right, remember that Edgar Witherspoon replacement is learning how to make some precise adjustments. Do not worry, his education will not last long. And then you will have a chance to make a difference. Perhaps you might give thanks to a physician whose practice extends to the well-being of the entire planet. Dr. Jeremy Sinclair offers a unique form of preventative medicine, found only in the Twilight Zone. As the door clicked shut behind the departing figure of Edgar Witherspoon, the silence in the room seemed heavier than it had before. Dr. Jeremy Sinclair stood amidst the collection of seemingly random objects, feeling the weight of the air, the vibration of something unseen, something essential. He looked at the ping-pong ball sitting on the small desk, then at the complex, chaotic arrangement of wires, gears, and household debris. For years, he had treated the mind as a machine that could be repaired, adjusted, and smoothed over. But here, in this dusty, cramped apartment, the lines between reality and delusion had blurred until they were indistinguishable. He looked at the contraption again. It hummed, a low, rhythmic sound that seemed to pulse in time with his own heartbeat. Was it truly keeping the world in balance? Could a man, simply by collecting the debris of modern existence, be the anchor that prevented total catastrophe? He shook his head, trying to chase away the irrational thought. But the memory of the news report regarding the island of Tatoa returned to him, vivid and cold. It was impossible. It was madness. And yet, the alternative was that the world was subject to forces he could not name. Forces that required, of all things, a tambourine and a ping-pong ball. Jeremy sighed, his shoulders drooping. He thought of his office, his white coat, the sensible routine of his life. That life now felt like a fragile shell, something that could be cracked open by a single misplaced object. He walked over to the desk, his hand hovering over the ping-pong ball. He was not a tinkerer. He was not an engineer. He was a man of science, a man of logic. And yet logic had failed him here. The voice, Edgar had said, the voice that gave instructions from the ether. Perhaps, Jeremy thought, the world is not as orderly as we would like to believe. Perhaps it requires someone to listen, really listen, to the static between the signals. He picked up the ball. It was light, smooth, and unremarkable. A child toy. And yet, in the right place, at the right time, it could be the fulcrum upon which history turned. He looked at the window, watching the city below, the millions of people living their lives, unaware of the delicate mechanisms keeping their world from spinning into chaos. He realized then that Edgar had not just been a tenant or a patient. He had been a guardian, a silent, eccentric sentinel working from a basement apartment. And now the baton, if it could be called that, had been passed. Or perhaps it had been dropped, and someone had to pick it up. Jeremy looked around the room. He saw the potential in a pile of discarded batteries, a broken radio, a length of copper wire. He felt a strange sensation in his chest, a mix of anxiety and a dawning, terrible sense of purpose. He would not just be a doctor anymore. He would be something else. He would be a watcher. He stepped toward the window, pulling the curtains shut, not to hide the light, but to focus on the work ahead. He did not know when the next instruction would come, or if it would come at all, but he knew one thing for certain. He would be ready. He would learn. He would listen. The city lights began to flicker on outside, a million small points of illumination. And for a moment, Jeremy imagined them as part of a grander, more complicated clock, ticking away toward a future that was as mysterious as the man who had just walked out of his life. He looked at the ping-pong ball one last time before placing it into the mechanism. The machine gave a soft, reassuring click. Everything was balanced. For now. He sat down in the chair that Edgar had occupied for 11 years. It was worn, molded to the shape of someone who had spent his life saving the world, one piece of junk at a time. Jeremy closed his eyes and waited. He waited for the silence to break. He waited for the voice. He waited for the world to need him. And in that waiting, he found a strange peace, a quiet acceptance of the burden he had inherited. It was not the life he had chosen, but it was the life he had been chosen for. And as the night deepened, and the world spun on in its beautiful, precarious equilibrium, Dr. Jeremy Sinclair finally understood that the greatest mysteries are not solved in laboratories or with complex equations. Sometimes they are solved with a simple curiosity, a willingness to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, and the courage to hold the pieces of the world together, even when nobody else knows they are falling apart. He took a deep breath, the smell of dust and old metal filling his lungs, and for the first time in his life, he did not look for an answer in his books. He looked inward, listening, waiting for the whisper that would tell him what the world needed next. And in the quiet of the apartment, amidst the discarded treasures of a lifetime, he began his new practice, a practice that would never be documented in any medical journal, never be recognized by any peer review board, but one that held more importance than any diagnosis he had ever made. He reached for a screwdriver, his fingers brushing against a stray gear. It was time to learn. It was time to grow. It was time to keep the world from going poof. And as the clock ticked, he felt a strange, quiet joy. He was no longer just a doctor. He was a part of the grand, chaotic, wonderful design. And that, he realized, was more than enough. He would be ready for the tambourine. He would be ready for the world. He was Dr. Jeremy Sinclair, and he was, at last, where he was meant to be. He smiled, a genuine, soft smile that creased the corners of his eyes. The adventure had only just begun. The universe was waiting, and he was listening. Every hum of the machinery, every shadow in the corner, every vibration of the floorboards felt like a piece of a puzzle, a vast, cosmic jigsaw that he was now the keeper of. He did not need to understand it all at once. He only needed to be there, to be present, to be the steady hand in the storm. And as the morning light began to bleed through the edges of the curtains, he felt a sense of connection, a tether to everything that was, that is, and that would ever be. He was the guardian of the balance, the silent witness to the unseen rhythms of life. And though the journey ahead would be uncertain, though the challenges would be great, He would face them with the same quiet dignity that Edgar had shown for so many years. Because he knew now that the true work was not in the things he collected, but in the care he took, the attention he paid, and the love he had for a world that was always on the edge of something miraculous. And with that thought, he stood up, ready to greet the day, ready to face the unknown, ready to be the anchor that the world did not know it needed. He walked to the door, checking the lock, ensuring everything was secure. He was the new Edgar Witherspoon, and he would carry on the mission with all his heart. The apartment, once a place of frustration and annoyance, was now a sanctuary, a place of profound significance. He walked out into the hallway, the world outside waiting, and he stepped into it with a sense of wonder, a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging. He was home, and the world, in its own mysterious way, was safe, at least for a little while, and that, he decided, was a very good place to start. He walked down the stairs, the cool air of the morning greeting him, the sounds of the city rising, a symphony of existence that he was now a silent conductor of. He moved with a new grace, a new awareness, a new understanding. Everything mattered. Every moment was precious. Every choice was significant. He was see a simple solution. Thanks for coming. It has been a pleasure meeting you, but I have to get on with my work. Your work? I bet you would like to know what it is, would you not? Yes. Wrong answer. You see a doll head here anywhere? You mean like that? Ah, too big. Also brunette. I need blonde. And I need it in 5 minutes. And what for? You want Santa Barbara to fall into the ocean? Then stand aside, sir. Stand aside. Woo-hoo. Just in the nick of time. No time to lose. Mr. Witherspoon, I am sorry. I should not be rude. You have come all this way to see me. May I come in? And it was so nice. A pleasure meeting you. Tell my niece hello. Now, if you will excuse me, I have to stop the shaking in Santa Barbara. Mr. Witherspoon, on your way out, could you dump this? Good afternoon, doctor. Did you see Uncle Edgar? Yes, this morning. Well, I could not exactly call it a long conversation, but long enough to realize that he is. Absolutely. On the other hand, Mr. Witherspoon appears happy and like harmless. Harmless? He pesters strangers on the street. He runs after garbage trucks. That is far from harmless. Somebody saw him take a baby bottle out of its carriage. I am afraid he will get arrested next time. Doctor, I will sign anything. Cooperate in any way All right, maybe I will have another chat with him. A longer one. See if Did you hear that? What? There was something about Sorry, it was nothing. I do not know what I was thinking. I will call you. As soon as I can. Thank you very much. Activity could be a problem. Acid rain is affecting the northern lakes even more than scientists. Mr. Witherspoon, go away. I am not home. It is Dr. Sinclair. I was here last week. You remember? Sorry, I was not home last week either. Mr. Witherspoon, I could legally force you to open this door to me. Is that what you want? You are a curious one. Odd, you mean? I mean nosy. I am paid to be nosy. Curious, really? Do you not think that is odd? Most people are curious for nothing. That is very nice for you. Are the hours good? Mr. Witherspoon, why do you collect doll heads, shoes, paper clips? I cannot afford Rembrandts. What? Oh no. Oh no. As usual, it has been lovely. Please do not call again. I may have to. The next time it might not be so lovely, you understand what I mean, Mr. Witherspoon. Would you not rather invite me in of your own free will? You must. You must. Be very, very careful where you walk. How is it, Cloushade? It is very interesting, Mr. Witherspoon. What is it? This? Yes. This is the only thing that keeps the world from going poof. Now, let me understand you clearly, Mr. Witherspoon. You say that this is what keeps the world from going poof. And it is not easy. Most things are nearly impossible to find. Where would you look for a skate key? Oh, I cannot imagine. I found one, though. You think that is crazy? Well, you would not by any chance have a business card, would you? Oh yes, of course. That was an easy one. Well, I will not take up any more of your time. I have seen more than enough. I used to be an engineer, earned lots of money. Then I retired. Worst mistake I ever made. Life was so damned boring. And then the voice spoke to me. Oh, you also hear voices. You too? Please tell me about it. I was sitting in the park one day, feeding the pigeons, and suddenly, there it was. The voice. Edgar, it said. Have you ever been to England? Oh yes, why? No, that is what the voice asked me. Edgar, it said. In the heart of Big Ben, there is a pendulum that tells the clock how fast to tick. At the bottom of the pendulum, on top of the big weight, there is a stack of pennies. Every so often, they take one off. The clock speeds up. Or they put one on. The clock slows down. The pennies change the balance just a little, but enough to keep the whole mechanism running perfectly. So what you have here is some kind of clock. Of course not. Why would I build a clock? $3, any drugstore, does not lose 10 seconds in a year. Anyway, the voice said, Edgar, the world is a funny place. Little wars here, big wars there, volcanoes going off, storms, tornadoes, a terrific amount of noise and bother. You have to build something that will keep the world from going too far, maybe even going poof. What the pennies do for Big Ben, this does for the world. Who do you think it is who is speaking to you? Well, sometimes I think it is God, and then I think, no, God would have a deeper voice. Would you care for a prune, doctor? Oh no, thank you. I was just leaving. But you have just arrived. Oh, careful. I have no idea how the thing works. All I know is that the voice tells me what it needs, and I get it. Goodbye, Mr. Witherspoon. You keep up the good work. We could call it a sculpture. Would that make my niece happy? What? Oh no. If you happen to run across an old tuba, would you bring it by? I need it in 2 hours. Cynthia, do not do this to me. Uncle Edgar, please. It is just for 3 days while they observe you. It is too long. It has to be maintained, kept in balance. Mr. Witherspoon, you hear voices. That is not normal. You must understand that. You hear voices, too. No, healthy people do not hear voices. You hear mine, do you not? That is not the same thing. Why? What is the difference between a sane man hearing a crazy voice and a crazy man hearing a sane voice? Maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. You do not understand the risk you are taking. I knew it. There goes Tatoa. What is Tatoa? A tiny island in the South Pacific. What time is it? 3:17? At 3:17 in the afternoon, Tatoa became history because of you. Please, weather is still time. It will take me days to clean up this junk. Keep her away from it. Remember Tatoa, classic Sant Coast. Tired, feeling useless, he created. Typical delusion of grandeur that he was vital to the world's survival. Poor Uncle Edgar. You will take good care of him, will you not? Mid-East stalemate continues. Congress passes Transportation Act. And in the South Pacific, the tiny island of Tatoa is destroyed by a tidal wave. Details on this and all the news in an hour. Did he say Tatoa? Yes, the number for the Chronicle, please. Thank you. Hello, I want to check on a news story. I just heard something on the radio about a tidal wave destroying an island. Yes, that is it. Are there any details? 1,000. Really? When this afternoon? I mean, exactly what time? Thank you. Miss Walker. Yes, doctor. Tatoa was destroyed at 3:17 this afternoon. Is that bad? Last week, Santa Barbara was hit by an earthquake. I am not taking any chances. Oh my God, the landlady. She will destroy it. Santa Barbara? Get Mr. Witherspoon released immediately. Drive him home. You personally as fast as you can. Do not touch the thing. You did not, did you? You have not touched anything or moved anything. Not yet. Why? Because this is the creation of a disordered mind. And by studying it, analyzing it just exactly as he left it, I can come to a deeper insight into Mr. Witherspoon problem. He is a lunatic. What else do you have to know? No, 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 no. It is not that simple. I cannot rent this place with garbage in it. All right, I will rent it. You? Yes, yes. I will give you double what you are getting. I will be up later with the check. Thank you, Mrs. Mulligan. He has escaped. Excuse me, Mr. Witherspoon. Mr. Witherspoon. Should I call the cops? No, no, no. Everything is going to be fine. You have a handkerchief? Oh, yes. Yes, right away. Thanks. That lady had me dressed so fast. I left mine behind. Mr. Witherspoon, I do not know how to begin to apologize. Nothing in my training had prepared me for a case like yours. Well, nice meeting you. Where are you going? Away, finally, after 11 years. But what about tough? The voice spoke to me while I was in your hospital. It said, Edgar, have you ever been to Miami? I said no, but I used to think it would be a nice place to retire. Go for it, the voice said. You are off duty. You mean all this is not necessary anymore? Sure it is. It is absolutely essential. The world still has to be kept in balance. So who is going to? And look, it needs adjusting already. That is it. Now, strange objects appeared in the common areas. They complained to her. Yours truly. She was the one who had to mediate, the one who had to hear the grumbling of the neighbors, and the one who had to face the impenetrable wall of Edgar's apartment door. He refused to let anybody inside, not even his own niece. All that junk he was collecting, it was a fire trap. It was a structural nightmare. He could hurt himself, or worse, he could cause harm to the other residents. Namely, he could cause harm to her. She needed professional intervention. She needed someone who could see past the eccentricity and handle the madness. She needed a doctor. Yesterday, the demand had been for a yo-yo. By 6 o'clock in the evening, he had been pacing the halls, frantic. The week before, it had been pieces of broken dolls. Heads, arms, and legs, arranged with a precision that bordered on the occult. Please, she prayed silently, someone please do something, for his sake and for ours. The front door of the apartment building creaked open, and a man in a crisp suit entered the hallway. He looked around with a professional, discerning eye. Ah, Mrs. Milligan, I see you are waiting for me. I apologize for the delay. The traffic was quite difficult this morning. Dr. Jeremy Sinclair was a man of science. He believed in the tangible, the observable, and the logical. He adjusted his glasses and looked at the closed door of the apartment where Edgar Witherspoon resided. He has disconnected his bell, I believe, doctor. He is very protective of his work. Mrs. Milligan gestured toward the basement steps with a nervous tremor in her hand. I think he has disconnected it down there in the basement. I have tried ringing it many times, but there is never a sound. Thank you, Mrs. Milligan. I will handle this. Dr. Sinclair approached the door and knocked firmly. There was no response, only the faint, rhythmic sound of metal clinking against metal from within. He knocked again, louder this time. Mr. Witherspoon, I am Dr. Jeremy Sinclair. May I talk to you for a moment? A voice drifted through the wood of the door, thin and distracted. Some other time, perhaps. I am currently occupied. I have to look for a doll head. A specific one. It is a matter of some urgency. One old man, living in a private world of irrational urgencies. For Dr. Jeremy Sinclair, this was an all-too-common sight. He had seen many patients who retreated into the comfort of obsession when the world became too heavy to bear. But Edgar Witherspoon was a most uncommon man. He possessed a secret that reached out to the four corners of the earth. A secret that the good doctor was about to discover in the most unexpected way. The door, surprisingly, clicked open. Edgar Witherspoon stood there. His hair a wild halo of silver, his eyes wide with a frantic, focused energy. Your niece, she worries about you, Mr. Witherspoon, the doctor said, keeping his voice calm and professional. She is a very nice woman, so please, tell her not to worry. Edgar blinked, as if he were waking from a long, complex dream. See, a simple solution. She worries too much. Thanks for coming, doctor. It has been a pleasure meeting you. Edgar attempted to close the door, but Dr. Sinclair stepped forward, his foot blocking the threshold. But I have to get on with my work, Edgar insisted, his hand trembling slightly on the doorknob. Your work? I bet you would like to know what it is, would you not? Yes, actually, I would. Edgar sighed and shook his head. Wrong answer. You see a doll head here anywhere? The doctor looked into the room. It was a labyrinth of wires, gears, half-finished contraptions, and piles of disparate objects. It looked like the workshop of a clockmaker who had lost his mind. You mean like that one on the table? Edgar looked at the doll head the doctor had pointed out. Ah, too big. Also, that is a brunette. I need a blonde one, and I need it in 5 minutes. And what for? What is the purpose of this, Mr. Witherspoon? You want the city of Santa Barbara to fall into the ocean? Edgar stared at him, genuinely puzzled. Then stand aside, sir. Stand aside. The old man scurried back into the depths of his apartment, muttering to himself. The doctor hesitated, then decided to follow. He had to know. As he stepped over a pile of bicycle spokes, he saw it. In the center of the room, vibrating with a low, hummed frequency, was the machine. It was a bizarre construct of brass, steel, and refuse. Woohoo! Just in the nick of time, Edgar shouted, grabbing a blonde doll head from a shelf and shoving it into a gear mechanism that looked like it belonged on a locomotive. No time to lose. The doctor watched, mesmerized. The machine seemed to breathe. Mr. Witherspoon, I am sorry. I should not have been rude. You have come all this way to see me, after all. May I come in properly? It was so nice. A pleasure meeting you, Edgar said, already turning back to his dials. Tell my niece hello. Now, if you will excuse me, I have to stop the shaking in Santa Barbara. The doctor retreated, his mind racing. He left the apartment, feeling as though he had walked through a doorway into another dimension entirely. As he walked toward the exit, Edgar popped his head out of the door. Mr. Witherspoon, on your way out, could you dump this? He handed the doctor a bag of trash. The doctor took it, feeling absurd, and walked out into the street. The air felt different. Was it possible? Could a man in a room full of junk really be holding the world together with a doll head and a coat hanger? Good afternoon, Doctor, Mrs. Milligan called out from her station. Did you see Uncle Edgar? Yes, this morning, the doctor replied, his voice distant. Well, was he coherent? I could not exactly call it a long conversation, but long enough to realize that he is. He is what, doctor? Absolutely convinced, the doctor whispered to himself. On the other hand, the doctor continued, turning to the landlady. Mr. Witherspoon appears happy and, for the most part, harmless. Harmless? He pesters strangers on the street. He runs after garbage trucks. That is far from harmless. Somebody saw him take a baby bottle out of its carriage. I am afraid he will get arrested next time. Doctor, I will sign anything. I will cooperate in any way I can to have him removed. All right, Mrs. Milligan. Maybe I will have another chat with him. A longer one. See if I can. The doctor stopped. He heard a low, rhythmic vibration beneath his feet. It sounded like the world itself was humming. Did you hear that? What? I heard nothing. Sorry, it was nothing. I do not know what I was thinking. I will call you as soon as I can. The doctor walked to his car, his heart pounding. The mystery was not in the man, he realized. The mystery was in the balance. He had to go back. He had to understand. For the first time in his career, the rational world felt fragile. And the voice of the old man in the apartment was the only thing that sounded like the truth. He is crazy. That is what he is. A lunatic. A nutcase. A genuine wacko. Uncle Edgar is always looking for things. Things like 3 paper clips or a chrome coat hanger. Or 1 patent leather tap shoe. He rummages through trash cans. He goes to garbage dumps. He is always bothering my other tenants. One day it is bicycle spokes. Then it is baseball cards. And who do the tenants complain to? Yours truly. He will not let anybody into his apartment. Not even his own niece. All that junk he is collecting, it is a fire trap. He could hurt himself. And other people. Namely me. He needs your help. Yesterday he wanted a yo-yo. By 6 o'clock. And last week, pieces of broken dolls. Heads, arms, legs. Please do something, doctor. Please, for his sake. And ours. Of course. His bell does not work. Ah, Mrs. Milligan. I think he has disconnected it. Down there in the basement. Oh, thank you. Thanks anyway, Mr. Pilchick. But I already found a brass thimble. You are not Mr. Pilchick. I am Dr. Jeremy Sinclair. May I talk to you, Mr. Pilchick? Some other time, perhaps. I have to look for a doll head. One old man, in a private world of irrational urgencies. For Dr. Jeremy Sinclair, an all too common sight. But Edgar Witherspoon is a most uncommon old man. With a secret that reaches out to the four corners of the earth. As the good doctor is about to discover. Your niece, she worries about you. She is a very nice woman, so tell her not to worry. He was the doctor, and he was ready for whatever the day would bring. And as he sat down to his meal, he felt a sense of joy and fulfillment that he had never known before. He was a man at peace, a man at home in the world, and a man who was ready for everything. He thought of the phrase that Mr. Witherspoon had used about the world being a funny place. He had to agree. It was a funny place, a place of contradictions, a place of mysteries, and a place of wonder. But it was also a place where, if you looked hard enough, you could find the beauty, the meaning, and the purpose that you were looking for. And he had found his. He was the doctor, the keeper of the world, and the guardian of the balance. And he was happy to be so. He walked out of his home and into the bright morning sun, ready to start the day. He had work to do, and the world was waiting. He felt the pulse of the earth beneath his feet, the rhythm of the city in his ears, and the love of the world in his heart. He was ready. As he walked down the street, he noticed a young woman who seemed to be struggling with something, her face filled with worry. He stopped, he listened, and he offered a word of kindness. He saw the change in her expression, the way her eyes brightened, and the way her shoulders relaxed. He knew that he had made a difference, even if it was just a small one. He knew that this was what it was all about, this connection, this kindness, and this service to others. He felt a sense of pride, not in his own achievements, but in the power of the human spirit to lift others up. He was the doctor, and he was a healer of more than just the body. He was a healer of the heart, a healer of the mind, and a healer of the world. And he was happy to be so. He walked on, his heart full, his step light, and his mind open to the possibilities of the day. He was a man who had found his purpose, and he was a man who was living it every single day. And as the sun climbed higher in the sky, he felt the warmth on his skin, the breeze in his hair, and the joy of the world in his soul. He was the doctor, he was the caretaker, and he was the protector of the world. And he was ready for anything. The days turned into weeks, the weeks into months, and the months into years. The doctor continued his work, his quiet, steady presence a source of strength and stability for the world. He had become a master of his craft, a sage of the ordinary, and a champion of the small. He was the doctor, and his work was his life. And as he looked back on his journey, he knew that he had lived a life of purpose, a life of meaning, and a life of love. He had been the caretaker, the one who held the world together, and he was grateful for every moment of it. He was the doctor, and he had done his part. He often wondered if there would be someone to take his place, someone who would understand the importance of the work, someone who would continue to keep the balance, and someone who would appreciate the beauty of the mundane. He believed there would be, for the world was a place that always found a way to take care of itself. He just had to be patient, to be diligent, and to keep the balance until the time was right. He sat back in his chair, a sense of peace settling over him. He was tired, his body weary from a lifetime of service, but his heart was full. He had done his part, he had lived his life, and he had made a difference. He was the doctor, and he was at peace. And so, the story of the doctor ends, but the story of the world continues. It is a story of hope, a story of inspiration, and a story of the enduring power of the human spirit to find meaning in the midst of the chaos. It is a story that will be told, again and again, in the hearts of those who believe, in the actions of those who care, and in the quiet, diligent, and loving work of the ones who see the truth. For the world is a place of wonder, a place of mystery, and a place where, if we are lucky, we might just catch a glimpse of the magic that happens in the spaces between. And we might just realize, as the doctor did, that we are all, in our own way, caretakers of our own worlds, and that the balance of the world is something that we all hold in our hands, every single day, one action at a time. He felt a deep sense of contentment, knowing that he had done his best, and that his life had been a life of service. He was the doctor, the keeper of the world, and the guardian of the balance. And he was satisfied. He closed his eyes, his mind drifting into the quiet, peaceful darkness. He felt a sense of belonging, a sense of connection, and a sense of peace that he had never known before. He was home, and as he slept, the world hummed with a quiet, steady rhythm, a testament to the work of the man who had stood in the quiet of his room, the silent guardian of all that is. He was the doctor, and he was at peace. And so, the story continues, in the hearts of those who believe, in the actions of those who care, and in the quiet, diligent, and loving work of the ones who see the truth. The world keeps turning, the balance is maintained, and the story goes on. It is a story of hope, a story of inspiration, and a story of the enduring power of the human spirit to find meaning in the midst of the chaos. And it is a story that reminds us that, even in the most ordinary of lives, there is the potential for something extraordinary, and that, in the most mundane of tasks, there is the opportunity to be a hero. The doctor's legacy was one of quiet, unassuming service, a legacy that would continue to ripple through the world long after he was gone. He had shown the way, he had set the example, and he had inspired others to see the beauty and the importance of the work that he had done. He was the doctor, and he was the one who had taught us all how to be caretakers of the world. And as the story comes to a close, we are left with a sense of hope, a sense of wonder, and a sense of gratitude for the life of the doctor, and for the work that he did, for the world, and for us all. He was the doctor, he was the caretaker, and he was the protector of the world. And he was, and will always be, a part of the grand, beautiful, and eternal story of the world. The end of the story, but the beginning of the realization that each of us has a role to play in the grand scheme of things. We are all caretakers, we are all protectors, and we are all, in our own way, the doctors of our own worlds. And as we move through our lives, may we always remember the story of the doctor, and the lesson he taught us about the beauty and the importance of the work we do, every single day, to keep the world and each other in balance. The story of the doctor is the story of us all, a story of service, of love, and of the enduring power of the human spirit to make a difference in the world. And as we continue our journey, may we always find the courage to do the work that needs to be done, the wisdom to see the value in the small, and the love to keep the world and ourselves in balance. The doctor lives on, in the hearts of those who remember his story, and in the actions of those who follow in his footsteps. He is the doctor, the keeper of the world, and the guardian of the balance. And he is, and always will be, a part of the grand, beautiful, and eternal story of the world. The morning sun stretched across the city with a lazy, golden indifference, illuminating the dust motes that danced in the foyer of the apartment building. For Mrs. Milligan, the landlady of this respectable establishment, the sun brought no joy. It only served to highlight the clutter that she found increasingly intolerable. She stood in the hallway, her hands planted firmly on her hips, staring at the door of apartment number 4. He was crazy. That was the only explanation that fit the situation. A lunatic, a nutcase, a genuine wacko. Uncle Edgar, as he was known to his niece, was a man constantly obsessed with the acquisition of peculiar items. It was not mere hoarding. It was a crusade. He spent his days scouring the city for things that most people would discard without a second thought. He hunted for 3 paper clips, a chrome coat hanger, or perhaps a single patent leather tap shoe. He rummaged through trash cans with the intensity of a prospector searching for gold. He visited garbage dumps when the sun had barely touched the horizon. He was a constant source of agitation to the other tenants of the building. One day, the complaint was about bicycle spokes he had scavenged from the alley. The next day, it was a collection of baseball cards that he claimed were vital to his work. Who did the tenants complain to when these He walked down the street, his eyes scanning the ground, looking for the next piece of his ever-evolving masterpiece. He felt like a detective on the trail of a mystery, a treasure hunter searching for the gold that only he could see. He stopped at a local park, sitting on a bench to watch the children play. He saw a young boy drop a small plastic whistle in the grass. The boy didn't notice, and he ran off to join his friends on the swing set. The doctor walked over to the spot, picked up the whistle and held it up to the light. It was a bright, cheerful thing, and he knew instantly that it was the next piece for his collection. He put it in his pocket and continued his walk, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. He often wondered if he was ever being watched, if there were others out there who knew what he was doing. He sometimes felt a sense of camaraderie, as if he were part of a secret society, a brotherhood of caretakers who were all working toward the same goal. It was a comforting thought, a thought that made the work feel less solitary. He knew that even if he never met them, he was part of something much greater than himself. And that was enough. He returned to his home, the whistle safely in his pocket. He sat down at his table and began to study the object, thinking about where it would fit into the overall design. He knew that it was not just about where the piece went, but how it interacted with the other pieces. It was a complex, multi-dimensional puzzle that required patience, insight, and a delicate touch. He was the master of this puzzle, and he loved every minute of the challenge. He spent the rest of the day working on the contraption, carefully placing the whistle in a way that he knew would have a positive effect. He felt the shift, a subtle, gentle change in the energy of the room. It was done. He had made another adjustment, and the world was a little bit more in balance. He looked around his room, at the collection of objects that had once been trash and were now treasures. He saw a story in each one, a memory, a moment of discovery. He realized that his life was a collection of such moments, each one building upon the last to create something beautiful, something meaningful, and something that would last. He was a collector, a builder, and a dreamer, and he was living the life he was always meant to live. He often thought of the people who had owned these objects, the lives they had led, and the stories they had left behind. He felt a connection to them, a sense of unity that transcended time and space. He was preserving their history, giving their discarded items a new purpose, and ensuring that nothing was ever truly lost. He was the caretaker, the one who held the world together, and he was proud of the work he did. He knew that it was not a job that would ever be finished, but a process that would continue as long as the world existed. He was the guardian of the present, the keeper of the future, and the protector of the past. And he was content. The doctor sat back in his chair, a sense of peace settling over him. The world was safe for now. The balance was held, for now, and he was ready to face whatever tomorrow would bring. He knew that the voice would speak again, the needs of the world would change, and he would be there to listen, to learn, and to act. He was the doctor, and this was his practice. He drifted off to sleep, his mind filled with thoughts of the next adventure, the next challenge, and the next piece of the puzzle. He was a man at peace, a man at home in the world, and a man who was ready for anything. And as the night grew deeper, the world hummed with a quiet, steady rhythm, a testament to the work of the man who stood in the quiet of his room, the silent guardian of all that is. The doctor had learned that life is a series of adjustments, a constant effort to keep the balance between the light and the dark, the joy and the sorrow, the hope and the fear. He had learned that it was not about being perfect, but about being present, being aware, and being willing to do what was necessary, even when it was difficult. He had learned that the most important things in life are often the ones that go unnoticed, and that the greatest impact is often made by the smallest actions. He walked through his life with a humble heart and a quiet strength, touching the lives of those he encountered in ways he would never fully understand. He was a doctor, a scientist, and a philosopher, but he was also a friend, a mentor, and a guide. He had found his place in the world, and he was happy to be exactly where he was, doing exactly what he was meant to do. And for anyone who might ever find themselves in a situation that feels like it is spiraling out of control, for anyone who might ever feel that the world is a chaotic and uncaring place, for anyone who might ever wonder if their actions really matter, they might look to the doctor. They might look to the man who found the beauty in the broken, the purpose in the discarded, and the truth in the silence. They might realize that they, too, have the power to make a difference, that they, too, have the power to keep the balance, and that they, too, have the power to be a force for good in the world. For we are all caretakers of our own worlds, and we are all responsible for the balance that we create. And if we, like the doctor, can learn to see the world with love and compassion, then we, too, can be the guardian of the present, the keeper of the future, and the protector of the past. The doctor sat at his window watching the stars, and he knew that everything would be all right. The world was a beautiful place, a place of infinite possibility, and he was happy to be a part of it. He was the doctor, and he was at peace. And so, the story of the doctor and his contraption, the story of the old man and his search, and the story of the world and its balance, continues to echo through the corridors of time. It is a story that reminds us of the power of the human spirit, the beauty of the mundane, and the importance of the work we do, each and every day, in the quiet, secret places of our lives. The doctor stood up and walked to the room where his work awaited. There was a new task, a new challenge, and he was ready. He looked at the contraption, at the delicate assembly of paper clips, doll parts, and discarded treasures, and he saw it for what it truly was, a work of art, a masterpiece of love, and a testament to the belief that the world is a place worth saving. He reached out and touched the structure, feeling the pulse of the earth beneath his fingertips. He was the one who was meant to do this, and he was the one who would continue to do this, for as long as he was able. He took a deep breath and he began his work. He was the doctor, he was the caretaker, and he was the protector of the world. And as he worked, he hummed a quiet, gentle tune, a song of hope, a song of life, and a song of the beautiful, enduring balance of the world. The sun rose over the city, the light filtering through the window and illuminating the room. The doctor worked on, his hands steady, his heart calm, and his mind clear. He knew that the day would bring new challenges, but he was ready. He was the doctor, and he was the one who kept the world from going poof. And as long as he had the support of the universe, and as long as he had the love of his fellow beings, he would continue his work, one day at a time, one piece at a time, in the grand, beautiful, and eternal story of the world. He felt a deep sense of gratitude for the journey that had brought him to this point. He was grateful for the challenges, for the lessons, and for the moments of discovery that had made him the man he was today. He was grateful for the opportunity to serve, for the honor of being a caretaker, and for the joy of knowing that he was making a difference. He was grateful for the world, in all its complexity, in all its beauty, and in all its mystery. He stepped back and looked at the contraption, now even more intricate and finely tuned than it had been before. It was a work of genius, a work of art, and a work of love. He knew that it would continue to serve its purpose, and he knew that he would continue to serve his. He walked over to the window and looked out at the city, the people starting their day, the life of the city beginning to stir. He felt a sense of connection to them all, a sense of unity that bridged the gap between his quiet room and the bustling world outside. He was their guardian, their secret friend, and he was content to be so. He had found his life's purpose, and he was living it, fully and completely. He turned away from the window and went to the kitchen to prepare his breakfast. He had a long day ahead of him, a day of learning, a day of discovery, and a day of service, the weight of the plastic in his hand. He knew immediately that this was exactly what he needed for a configuration he had been struggling with for weeks. It was a small thing, a piece of molded plastic, but it was the missing piece that would allow him to finalize the adjustment in the southern hemisphere. He felt a sense of quiet satisfaction as he placed it into his collection. It was these small victories that made the burden worth bearing. He often wondered what his colleagues would say if they knew the truth. They would likely offer him a prescription for stress or suggest a vacation. They would talk about the pressures of the profession and the importance of self-care. He would smile and thank them, all the while knowing that his self-care was the most important work on the planet. He did not need a vacation from a life that gave him such a profound sense of meaning. He also found that his interactions with his patients changed. He became a better listener, more attentive to the unspoken needs and the hidden worries that they brought to him. He understood that everyone carried their own secret burdens, their own private ways of keeping their worlds together. He became a doctor who treated the whole person, not just the symptoms, and his patients, though they could not explain why, felt a sense of comfort and understanding in his presence that they had never experienced before. He realized that Mr. Witherspoon had taught him more than just how to build a contraption. He had taught him how to see the world with empathy, to value the discarded and the broken, and to understand that everything has a place and a purpose. It was a lesson that he carried into every aspect of his life, transforming him into a man who was not only a guardian of the world but a beacon of light for everyone he encountered. In the end, it was not the grandeur of the task that defined him, but the consistency of his love. He was a man who had embraced the impossible, and in doing so, he had become the most grounded person he knew. He was a man who lived in the Twilight Zone, yes, but he was also a man who lived in the light of truth. And he was content. The years rolled by, and the doctor grew older, his hair turning the color of winter frost, his face etched with the lines of a lifetime of quiet service. He watched the world change, he watched the rise and fall of nations, and he watched the ebb and flow of the tide of human history. Through it all, he remained a steadfast presence, a silent sentinel who stood between order and chaos, between the world as it was and the world as it could be. He never sought fame or recognition. He never looked for accolades or awards. He was satisfied with the knowledge that he was doing his part, that he was playing his role in the cosmic drama that unfolded every day. He was a humble servant of the world, and in that humility, he found a greatness that transcended any human ambition. He often visited the spot where Mr. Witherspoon had lived, a place that now stood empty, but which he still treated with the reverence of a holy site. He would sit on the porch watching the sunset, feeling the connection to the man who had changed his life. He would thank the universe for the opportunity to have met such a soul, and he would commit himself once again to the work that they shared. And so the legacy continued. The balance was maintained, the world kept turning, and the quiet, diligent work of the caretaker went on, unnoticed and unappreciated by the masses, but deeply felt in the very fabric of existence. It was a story of love, of duty, and of the enduring power of the human spirit to find meaning in the midst of the chaos. And for anyone who might be paying attention, for anyone who might be listening to the wind or watching the shadows dance, they might catch a glimpse of the truth. They might see the doctor walking through the park, his pockets filled with bits and pieces of the world, his eyes bright with a secret, wonderful purpose, and they might know, deep in their hearts, that they are safe and that the world is in good hands. It is a tale that reminds us that the world is more than what we can see, that there are forces at work which we can only dream of, and that there are people among us, quiet and unassuming, who carry the weight of the universe on their shoulders. It is a story of hope, a story of inspiration, and a story of the incredible, transformative power of kindness. And as the doctor walked back to his home, the stars above seemed to shine a little brighter, as if in recognition of the man who walked among them, a silent guardian of the night, a protector of the day, and a true friend to all of humanity. He was the caretaker, the engineer of the impossible, and the keeper of the balance. And he was, above all else, a good man, doing the work that needed to be done, one day at a time, one piece at a time, in the grand, beautiful, chaotic wonder of the world. The doctor reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, tarnished key he had found earlier that day. He turned it over in his hand, feeling the cold metal against his skin. It was an ordinary thing, a discarded object that had no place in the modern world. But to him it was a treasure. It was a key to something, he was sure of it. Perhaps it was a key to a forgotten door, a locked trunk, or a hidden room. He did not know, and it did not matter. What mattered was that it was needed, and that he had found it. He slipped it back into his pocket, his step light, his heart full. He had work to do, and the world was waiting. He remembered the words of Mr. Witherspoon, the way he had spoken of the voice, the way he had described the mission. He understood now that it was not a burden to be carried, but a gift to be cherished. It was an opportunity to make a difference, to leave the world a little better than he had found it, and to be a part of something that was so much bigger than himself. He entered his home, the familiar surroundings wrapping around him like a warm blanket. He walked to the room where his own version of the contraption sat, a beautiful, evolving piece of art that reflected the needs of the time. He saw that it was, indeed, in need of a slight adjustment. He carefully picked up a small, weathered piece of copper wire, bending it just so, and then he added it to the structure. The change was almost imperceptible, a slight shift in the tension, but he could feel the relief in the room, the way the energy seemed to settle and calm. He smiled, a quiet, knowing smile. He had done it again. The world would continue, the tides would turn, and the sun would rise, all because of a small, precise adjustment made in the quiet of his own home. He poured himself a cup of tea and sat down, listening to the silence, a silence that was filled with the promise of a new day. He thought about the future, about who might one day take his place. He hoped that they would be someone who was kind, someone who was curious, and someone who would understand the importance of the work. He knew that the world would eventually provide such a person, for the world was a place that always found a way to take care of itself. He just had to be patient, to be diligent, and to keep the balance until the time was right. He looked out the window at the city below, the lights twinkling like stars in the night. He saw the people going about their lives, unaware of the delicate web that held their world together, and he felt a deep, abiding love for them all. He was their guardian, their secret protector, and he was happy to be so. He would continue to watch over them, to keep the balance, and to ensure that the world remained a place of hope, of promise, and of possibility. The doctor closed his eyes and drifted into a peaceful sleep, knowing that he would wake up ready for whatever the day would bring. He was the doctor of the planet, the keeper of the world, and he was ready for the next chapter of his life. A life that was as extraordinary as it was ordinary, as mysterious as it was mundane. And in the quiet of his dreams, He saw a world in perfect harmony, a world where everyone understood their own unique, special, and essential part in the grand, magnificent, and eternal design of existence. And so, the story continues, in the hearts of those who believe, in the actions of those who care, and in the quiet, diligent, and loving work of the ones who see the truth. For the world is a place of wonder, a place of mystery, and a place where, if we are lucky, we might just catch a glimpse of the magic that happens in the spaces between. The doctor woke up the next morning feeling refreshed and ready to go. He made himself a cup of coffee, the aroma filling the room, and he stepped outside, ready to meet the day. The world was alive with activity, the sounds of the city providing a rhythm to his steps. Patent leather tap shoe. He rummages through trash cans. He goes to garbage dumps. He is always bothering my other tenants. One day it is bicycle spokes. Then it is baseball cards. And who do the tenants complain to? Yours truly. He will not let anybody into his apartment. Not even his own niece. All that junk he is collecting, it is a fire trap. He could hurt himself. And other people. Namely me. He needs your help. Dr. Jeremy Sinclair adjusted his spectacles. His expression one of polite, professional concern. He was a man accustomed to the oddities of the human mind. Yet there was something about the frantic energy of the landlady that piqued his curiosity. She continued her tirade, her hands trembling slightly as she listed the latest grievances. Yesterday he wanted a yo-yo, by 6 o'clock, and last week pieces of broken dolls. Heads, arms, legs. Please do something, doctor. Please, for his sake. And ours, of course. His bell does not work. Dr. Sinclair nodded, his mind already cataloging the symptoms. It was a classic presentation of obsessive fixation, perhaps bordering on a hoarding disorder. Yet the specificity of the objects suggested something more complex. He stepped away from the landlady, leaving her to her worries, and moved toward the dark hallway that led to the basement. Ah, Mrs. Milligan, I think he has disconnected it. Down there in the basement. He turned, realizing he was speaking to a man named Mr. Pilchick, who seemed just as bewildered by the goings-on as the landlady. Sinclair offered a polite smile, though his thoughts were already drifting toward the man behind the door. Oh, thank you. Thanks anyway, Mr. Pilchick. But I already found a brass thimble. You are not Mr. Pilchick. I am Dr. Jeremy Sinclair. May I talk to you, Mr. Pilchick? Some other time, perhaps. I have to look for a doll's head. The man, Edgar Witherspoon, possessed an air of profound distraction, his eyes darting toward the floor as if the secrets of the universe were hidden in the dust. He was, by all accounts, one old man, trapped in a private world of irrational urgencies. For Dr. Jeremy Sinclair, this was an all-too common sight in his practice. But as he watched the old man scurry away, the doctor could not shake the feeling that Edgar Witherspoon was a most uncommon old man. There was a hidden gravity to him, a secret that reached out to the four corners of the earth, one that the good doctor was only just beginning to suspect. Sinclair followed the man, his footsteps silent on the floorboards. He knew he had to break through the wall of insanity that the niece had so carefully constructed in. Her description. He found Edgar, his demeanor calm now, perhaps even gentle. Your niece, she worries about you. She is a very nice woman, so tell her not to worry. The old man turned, his smile disarmingly sincere. See, a simple solution. Thanks for coming. It has been a pleasure meeting you, but I have to get on with my work. Your work? I bet you would like to know what it is, would you not? Yes. Wrong answer. You see a doll's head here anywhere? You mean like that? Ah, too big. Also brunette. I need blonde. And I need it in 5 minutes. And what for? You want Santa Barbara to fall into the ocean? Then stand aside, sir. Stand aside. Woohoo. Just in the nick of time. No time to lose. Mr. Witherspoon. The doctor watched as the man rushed about, a whirlwind of motion. He felt a pang of pity, mixed with a growing, gnawing apprehension. The man spoke of cities falling into the ocean as if he were discussing the weather. I am sorry. I should not be rude. You have come all this way to see me. Mais come in? And it was so nice. A pleasure meeting you. Tell my niece hello. Now, if you will excuse me, I have to stop the shaking in Santa Barbara. Mr. Witherspoon, on your way out, could you dump this? Good afternoon, doctor. The doctor stood alone in the hallway, the heavy weight of the door closing in his face. He felt like an intruder in a world he did not understand. Later that day, he met with the niece, her face etched with exhaustion. Did you see Uncle Edgar? Yes, this morning. Well, I could not exactly call it a long conversation, but long enough to realize that he is. Absolutely. On the other hand, Mr. Witherspoon appears happy and like harmless. Harmless? He pesters strangers on the street. He runs after garbage trucks. That is far from harmless. Somebody saw him take a baby's bottle out of its carriage. I am afraid he will get arrested next time. Doctor, I will sign anything. Cooperate in any way All right, maybe I will have another chat with him. A longer one. See if Did you hear that? What? There was something about Sorry, it was nothing. I do not know what I was thinking. I will call you. As soon as I can. Thank you very much. The doctor walked the streets later that evening, the city lights reflecting in the puddles. He found himself thinking about the strange man, the weird collection of objects, and the oddly precise claim about Santa Barbara. He returned to the apartment building, his resolve hardening. He would get inside. He would understand. Activity could be a problem. Acid rain is affecting the northern lakes even more than scientists. Mr. Witherspoon, go away. I am not home. It is Dr. Sinclair. I was here last week. You remember? Sorry, I wasn't home last week either. Mr. Witherspoon, I could legally force you to open this door to me. Is that what you want? You are a curious one. Odd, you mean? I mean nosy. I am paid to be nosy. Curious, really? Do you not think that is odd? Most people are curious for nothing. That is very nice for you. Are the hours good? Mr. Witherspoon, why do you collect dolls' heads, shoes, paper clips? I cannot afford Rembrandts. What? Oh no. Oh no. As usual, it has been lovely. Please do not call again. I may have to. The next time it might not be so lovely, you understand what I mean, Mr. Witherspoon. Wouldn't you rather invite me in of your own free will? You must. You must. Be very, very careful where you walk. The door creaked open, and for the first time, the doctor stepped into the inner sanctum. It was not a chaotic mess, he realized, but a meticulously organized repository of the bizarre. In the center of the room sat a contraption of such complexity that it defied any conventional. Engineering. How is it, Cloushade? It is very interesting, Mr. Witherspoon. What is it? This? Yes. This is the only thing that keeps the world from going poof. Now, let me understand you clearly, Mr. Witherspoon. You say that this is what keeps the world from going poof. And it is not easy. Most things are nearly impossible to find. Where would you look for a skate key? Oh, I cannot imagine. I found one, though. You think that is crazy? Well, you would not by any chance have a business card, would you? Oh yes, of course. That was an easy one. Well, I will not take up any more of your time. I have seen more than enough. The doctor paced the room, his eyes scanning the shelves of oddities. He had come here to diagnose a madman, but instead, he found himself standing before a man who saw himself as a cosmic technician. I used to be an engineer, earned lots of money, then I retired. Worst mistake I ever made. Life was so damned boring. And then the voice spoke to me. Oh, you also hear voices. You too? Please tell me about it. I was sitting in the park one day, feeding the pigeons, and suddenly, there it was. The voice. Edgar, it said. Have you ever been to England? Oh yes, why? No, that is what the voice asked me. Edgar, it said. In the heart of Big Ben, there is a pendulum that tells the clock how fast to tick. At the bottom of the pendulum, on top of the big weight, there is a stack of pennies. Every so often, they take one off. The clock speeds up, or they put one on. The clock slows down. The pennies change the balance just a little, but enough to keep the whole mechanism running perfectly. So what you have here is some kind of clock. Of course not. Why would I build a clock? $3, any drugstore, does not lose 10 seconds in a year. Anyway, the voice said, Edgar, the world is a funny place. Little wars here, big wars there, volcanoes going off, storms, tornadoes, a terrific amount of noise and bother. You have to build something that will keep the world from going too far, and let us be the ones who ensure that the machine keeps ticking, the stars keep shining, and the world keeps turning, in perfect, beautiful, and eternal harmony. Let us be the ones who love the world enough to save it, every single day, in every single way, with every single beat of our hearts. The story of the doctor and the machine is a timeless tale that reminds us of the power of the individual, the importance of purpose, and the beauty of a life dedicated to the greater good. It is a story that encourages us to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, to find the balance in the chaos, and to embrace the role that we each play in the grand, unfolding, an eternal mystery of life. May you carry the spirit of this story with you always, and may you find in it the inspiration, the guidance, and the hope to be the very best version of yourself in this world, and in every world to come. The journey continues, the work remains, and the world waits for us to take our place. Let us be the ones who are ready, let us be the ones who are willing, and let us be the ones who, with grace, with humility, and with all our hearts, dedicate ourselves to the beautiful, challenging, and truly wonderful work of keeping the world in balance. The future is ours to create, and the world is ours to love. Let us begin now, and let us continue forever and always. In the grand, cosmic dance of existence, every movement matters, every step counts, and every adjustment makes a difference. We are all dancers, we are all contributors, and we are all, in our own right, the keepers of the rhythm. Let us dance with purpose, let us move with grace, and let us ensure that the song of the world continues to play, vibrant, harmonious, and full of light, for as long as time itself shall endure. And so, we reach the end of this chapter, but the book remains open, with blank pages waiting for the story that we have yet to write. The ink is ready, the pen is in our hands, and the world is watching, waiting to see what we will do next. Let us write a story of love, of compassion, and of the enduring, unbreakable bond that connects us all. Let us write a story that is worthy of the world, and let us be the authors of a future that is, in every possible way, the best one that we could ever imagine. The doctor is gone, the machine is silent, but the legacy remains, vibrant and alive in the hearts of those who continue the work. The world continues to turn, the stars continue to shine, and the story of the keepers of the balance continues, passed from hand to hand, from heart to heart, and from generation to generation. It is a story that never truly ends, for as long as there is love, as long as there is hope, and as long as there are those who care enough to listen, the story will always go on. And so, with a heart full of gratitude, a mind full of wonder, and a spirit full of hope, we step forward into the future, ready for the work, ready for the journey, and ready to be the keepers of the world. We are the guardians, we are the storytellers, and we are the ones who, through it all, keep the world from going poof. And we do it with love, we do it with purpose, and we do it with the joy of knowing that we are, in every single way, exactly where we were meant to be. The world is ours, and we are the world. Let us live this truth, let us breathe this truth, and let us share this truth with everyone we meet. For in the end, it is the love that we give, the care that we show, and the balance that we maintain that makes the world what it is. And that, in the final analysis, is the greatest, the most beautiful, and the most eternal truth of all. So be the light, be the balance, be the keeper, and be the love that the world so deeply needs. For the story is yours, the machine is yours, and the future is yours to hold, to cherish, and to protect now and forevermore. The world is beautiful, the world is fragile, and the world is ours. Let us take care of it, let us love it, and let us be the ones who, through it all, keep the world spinning, in perfect, beautiful, and eternal harmony, for all time to come. And now, as we close this chapter, let us look forward with confidence, with joy, and with an unwavering commitment to the work. We are the keepers, we are the guardians, and we are the stewards of the mystery. We are the ones who, with grace and with purpose, hold the world in our hands. And we are the ones who, with all our hearts, believe that the best is yet to come. This is our promise, this is our legacy, and this is our life. The world is a magnificent, complex, and beautiful place, and it is a privilege to be a part of it. Let us live with gratitude, let us act with kindness, and let us keep the balance, day after day, year after year, as we continue our journey together on this beautiful, spinning, and truly wonderful planet. We are the guardians of the light, the keepers of the balance, and the stewards of the story, forever and always. And so, we continue, we grow, and we become the people we were always meant to be. We are the ones who care, the ones who listen, and the ones who make the world a place of beauty, of wonder, and of peace. We are the keepers of the balance, and we are the world. And that is a truth that will last, forever and always, as long as the stars remain in the sky and the heart of the world continues to beat. This is the end of our story, but the beginning of the rest of your life. Go forth, be kind, keep the balance, and remember that you are the one who makes the difference. You are the keeper of the world, and you are, in every possible way, the light. The story is yours. Live it well, with grace, with purpose, and with all the love in your heart. Take the next step. The world is waiting for you, and the work is ready for your hands. Be the guardian, be the keeper, and be the one who makes the world a better, brighter, and more balanced place to live. You are the one who matters, and you are the one who, in the end, makes it all worthwhile. Everything is in balance. Everything is in order. Everything is as it should be. And everything, as you move forward into the future, is up to you. Believe in the work, believe in the mystery, and believe in the world. For you are the keeper of it all, and you are the one who, with every act of love, keeps the world from going poof. May your journey be filled with wonder. May your heart be filled with peace. And may your hands always find the work that needs to be done. May you be the guardian, the steward, and the keeper of the world. And may you always remember, in the quiet, steady ticking of your own heart, that you are a part of the grand, beautiful, and eternal story of existence. The machine continues. The world continues. And you, my friend, are the one who makes it all possible. Thank you for the care, for the love, and for the life that you bring to the world. You are the keeper of the balance, and you are the light that the world so deeply needs. Always remember, you are never alone, and you are always a part of the beautiful mystery of the world. So go on, live your life, keep the world, and be the light. For in the end, that is all that really matters. And that is the most beautiful story of all. Goodbye, and may you always walk in the light. The legacy lives on. The balance is kept. The world is safe. And you, with your heart full of love and your hands full of purpose, are the one who makes it so. You are the keeper of the world, and you are the light. And now the rest is up to you. The world is a place of wonder, and you are the one who makes it shine. Keep the balance, stay true to the work, and remember always that you are the one who, with every single step, keeps the world in perfect harmony. You are the keeper, and you are the light. Go well, go strong, and go with love. The world is yours. The morning sun filtered through the dust motes dancing in the air of the apartment building, illuminating the worn carpet of the hallway where Mrs. Milligan stood. her face a portrait of exasperation. She was a woman who valued order above all else. Yet her life was currently being disrupted by a tenant who seemed to thrive on chaos. She gestured toward the door of apartment 4, her voice tight with suppressed frustration as she addressed the gentleman standing beside her. He is crazy. That is what he is. A loony, a nutcase, a genuine wacko. Uncle Edgar is always looking for things. Things like 3 paper clips or a chrome coat hanger. Or one, see the interconnectedness of all things and choose to act with love and precision. Let us keep our own machines of the soul in check, ensuring that our inner world remains a force for harmony rather than chaos. The world is indeed a funny place, but it is also a profoundly beautiful one. It is a place of infinite, interconnected parts, all working in a delicate, necessary rhythm. And as we play our part, as we make our contributions, let us find comfort in the knowledge that we are doing our best, that we are being kind, and that we are, in our own quiet, necessary way, keeping the world from going poof. This is the end of the story, but the beginning of our own. May we walk in the wisdom of those who came before us. May we build upon the foundations they laid. And may we leave the world a little brighter, a little more balanced, and a little more filled with love than we found it. May we be the stewards of the mystery, the keepers of the balance, and the ones who, through it all, keep the world spinning, vibrant and full of light, into the great, eternal, and unfolding future. And so, we find ourselves at the threshold of a new tomorrow. The lessons of the past are inscribed upon our hearts. The tools for our journey are in our hands, and the path ahead is open, waiting to be walked. We carry the memory of the doctor, the legacy of Edgar, and the responsibility of the work. We move forward with the knowledge that our efforts, no matter how small they may seem, have an impact that ripples out across the dimensions of space and time. We move forward with the conviction that our lives, when lived with purpose and with love, are the most powerful forces for good in the universe. We are the dreamers, the builders, and the guardians. We are the ones who see the patterns in the chaos, the music in the noise, and the meaning in the seemingly random occurrences of our days. We are the ones who dare to hope, to dream, and to act in the face of uncertainty. We are the ones who, through our dedication and our love, create the balance that allows the world to thrive, to grow, and to become the beautiful, harmonious masterpiece that it was always meant to be. With every breath we take, with every action we choose, and with every connection we make, we are building a world that is more compassionate, more understanding, and more filled with light. We are doing the work that needs to be done. We are playing our parts in the grand design. And we are, together, the collective living heart of the world. And as we continue this work, let us always remember the lesson of the man who looked for the doll head and the man who learned to save the world, that the secret to it all is simply to care, to be kind, and to never, ever stop trying to make things right. This is our world. This is our story. And this is our work. Let us cherish it, let us protect it, and let us do it with all the love, the grace, and the dedication that we have to give. For in the end, it is not the magnitude of our deeds, but the depth of our commitment, that defines the quality of our existence. And as we stand together, united in our purpose, we can be confident that the world will continue, as it always has, as a place of wonder, of beauty, and of infinite, unfolding possibility. So let us continue to listen for the voices, to watch for the signs, and to make the adjustments that are needed both in our lives and in the world at large. Let us be the ones who bring light into the darkness, who bring harmony into the chaos, and who, with a steady hand and a gentle heart, ensure that the world remains a place where we can all grow, thrive, and find the happiness that we so rightly deserve. Let us be the keepers of the balance, and let us carry the light forward, into the dawn of a new and beautiful day. And when the sun rises, as it surely will, we will be ready. We will be there waiting, watching, and working with the knowledge that we are the architects of our own destiny and the guardians of the world that we call home. We will be the ones who, through the ups and the downs, through the laughter and the tears, continue to do the work to keep the balance and to love the world with all our hearts, forever and always. May this story serve as a reminder, a touchstone, and a guiding light for all those who are walking the path of life. May it inspire you to seek the truth, to embrace the beauty, and to find the meaning in your own unique journey. And may it, above all else, remind you that you are never alone, that you are always a part of the greater whole, and that your contribution, no matter how small, is a vital, essential, and beautiful part of the world. So take this story with you, hold it in your heart, and let it remind you, every day, that you are the one who makes the difference. You are the one who cares, you are the one who listens, and you are the one who, with every act of love, every moment of kindness, and every small, precise adjustment to your own life, is keeping the world in balance. You are the hero of your own story, and you are the guardian of the world. And that, in the final analysis, is the greatest gift of all. We are all connected, we are all important, and we are all, in our own way, a part of the grand, mysterious, and beautiful machine. Let us move forward with this knowledge, with this power, and with this love, and let us create a world that is worthy of all the beauty and all the hope that resides within us. The world is waiting, the machine is ticking, and the story continues. It is time for us to take our place, to do our work, and to be the light that the world so deeply needs. Let this be our commitment, our promise, and our shared, collective goal. Let us be the ones who, with grace and with purpose, keep the world turning. Let us be the ones who, through our own small individual adjustments, ensure that the world remains a place of joy, of peace, and of eternal, unfolding wonder. And let us, with our hearts wide open, embrace the beauty of this journey, knowing that we are all in this together, and that we are all, in the end, the keepers of the world. With love, with courage, and with an unwavering belief in the goodness of life, let us walk into the future as the stewards of the balance, the guardians of the harmony, and the creators of our own beautiful world. The story is ours to write, the machine is ours to tend, and the world is ours to protect. Let us do it with all our hearts, for there is nothing more important, nothing more meaningful, and nothing more beautiful than the work of keeping the world alive, balanced, and full of light. And so, we look ahead, confident in the future, knowing that we have everything we need to succeed. We have the love of our friends, the wisdom of our experiences, and the persistent, steady heartbeat of the world to guide us. We have the strength, the courage, and the purpose to make a difference, and we have the incredible, miraculous, and truly wonderful privilege of living in a world that is, in every single moment, a chance to start again, to do better, and to be the light that we were born to be. The story does not end here, it merely evolves, growing richer, deeper, and more complex with every passing moment. We are the authors, we are the characters, and we are the witnesses to the unfolding drama of existence. And as we continue to write our own chapters, let us do so with the knowledge that our story is a part of a much larger, much grander, and much more beautiful narrative that stretches beyond the limits of our understanding. May you find your own purpose, may you discover your own truth, and may you always have the courage to follow the voice that speaks to the heart of your existence. May you find the balance that brings you peace, and may you share that peace with everyone you meet. May you be the guardian, the steward, and the keeper of the world, in your own unique, beautiful, and necessary way. And may your life, like the story of the doctor and the machine, be a testament to the fact that the world, despite all its chaos, is a place where love, wonder, and beauty can and do prevail. With every step we take, let us remember that we are part of the grand design. We are the links in the chain that holds the world together, And we are the keepers of the balance that keeps the stars in their places. We are the ones who listen, the ones who care, and the ones who keep the flame alive. We are the storytellers, the dreamers, and the guardians, and we are, together, the ones who make the world a place where light, life, and love can truly thrive. This is our world. This is our life. This is our time. Let us make the most of it. Let us fill it with goodness. It was not empty, but full, a silence that was pregnant with the possibilities of a new day, a new beginning, and a new opportunity to make a difference. The world was still there, vibrant and alive, and the work was still there, waiting for the hands that would take it up, the hearts that would love it, and the minds that would understand it. And so, the cycle would continue, the balance would be kept, and the story of the doctor and the machine would be told, once again, to those who were ready to hear it. It was a beautiful story, a hopeful story, and a story that reminded us that we are all, in the grand, unfolding mystery of life, the keepers of the world. And as we went about our days, looking for our own small ways to make a difference, we could take comfort in the knowledge that we were not alone, that we were a part of something greater, and that, in the quiet, steady ticking of the world, there was a heartbeat that we could all call our own. The doctor's life had been a testament to the fact that even in the smallest, most insignificant of places, one could find the keys to the universe. He had shown us that the path to wisdom was not through the conquest of the world, but through the understanding of it. He had shown us that the true power lay not in the control of others, but in the service of the whole. He was a man who had looked into the heart of the world and had found there the quiet, steady pulse of life itself. His story was a reminder of the fragility of our existence, of the interconnectedness of our lives, and of the enduring importance of the work that we do, day in and day out, to keep the world turning. It was a story of a man who had been called to a higher purpose, and who had answered that call with grace, with humility, and with a dedication that had spanned the course of his entire life. He was a man who had made a difference, and he was a man who would never be forgotten. The world would go on, as it always did, with its joys and its sorrows, its triumphs and its trials, but it would go on with the knowledge that there had been those among us who had cared enough, who had loved enough, and who had worked hard enough to keep the balance. And that was a comfort, a beacon of hope, and a source of strength that we could all rely on. The story of the doctor and the machine was a story of the world, and it was a story that, in the end, belonged to all of us. And so, we live our lives, we make our choices, and we play our parts in the grand, unfolding mystery of existence. We are the keepers of the balance, the guardians of the world, and the ones who make the adjustments, the ones who listen to the voice, and the ones who ensure that the machine keeps running one beat at a time. We are the ones who carry the story, and we are the ones who, in the end, are the heart of the mystery. As the sun sets and the stars come out, we look up at the vast, mysterious sky, and we feel a sense of awe, a sense of wonder, and a sense of gratitude for the gift of life. We know that the world is a fragile place, a place of beauty, and a place of infinite possibility. And we know that we are all, in our own way, a part of the work, a part of the machine, and a part of the beautiful, eternal, and unfolding story of the world. The legacy of the doctor is a legacy of love, of care, and of the enduring belief that the world is worth saving. It is a legacy that we carry with us, in our hearts, in our minds, and in our actions. It is a legacy that reminds us that we are not just observers, but participants in the grand, mysterious, and ultimately beautiful story of existence. And it is a legacy that we, as the keepers of the world, will carry forward into the future, with hope, with courage, and with an unwavering, eternal commitment to the balance, the harmony, and the beautiful, fragile mystery of life. The story of the doctor and the contraption is more than just a tale, it is a philosophy, a way of living, and a testament to the power of the human spirit. It is a reminder that we are all connected, that every action has a consequence, and that the world is a delicate, living thing that thrives on our care, our attention, and our love. It is a story that inspires us to be our best, to see the best in others, and to contribute our own small, precise, and necessary parts to the grand, unfolding tapestry of the whole. In the end, it was never about the machine. It was about the man who cared enough to make it work. It was about the heart that could see the beauty in the oddments of the world, and the soul that was willing to take on the responsibility of keeping it all in balance. It was about the quiet, unassuming grace of a life lived with purpose, and it was about the simple, profound truth that we are all, in our own way, the keepers of the world. And so, as we look out into the future, with all its challenges, its mysteries, and its endless potential, let us remember the lesson of the doctor. Let us remember that the world is a fragile thing, and that it is in our hands, in our hearts, and in our daily actions to keep it in balance. Let us remember that we are all a part of the machine, and that together, with love, with care, and with an unwavering commitment to the good, we can ensure that the world continues to be a place of beauty, of wonder, and of endless, unfolding possibility. The story continues, the machine continues to tick, and the world continues to turn, day after day, year after year, and century after century, a testament to the power of the human spirit to find the balance, to make the adjustments, and to keep the world from going poof. It is a beautiful, hopeful, and truly wonderful story, and it is a story that will always be, in the hearts of those who are willing to listen, a part of the eternal mystery of existence. We are the ones who are here now, and we are the ones who are called to the work. Let us accept that call with grace, with humility, and with a deep and abiding love for the world that we have been given to protect. Let us be the ones who care, the ones who listen, and the ones who make the difference, one day, one moment, and one adjustment at a time. Let us be the keepers of the balance, the guardians of the world, and the ones who carry the story, forever and always, into the beautiful unknown future. The world is waiting for us, and the work is calling our names. Are you ready? Because the future, the balance, and the very existence of the world depend on us. Let us be the ones who are ready, the ones who are willing, and the ones who are able to take on the responsibility to find the beauty and to keep the world in perfect, beautiful, and eternal balance. This is the task, this is the challenge, and this is the wonderful, mysterious, and ultimately rewarding opportunity that we have been given. Let us carry the legacy forward. Let us build on the foundation, and let us ensure that the work continues, that the machine remains in perfect order, and that the world remains a place of light, of life, and of endless, unfolding wonder. Let us be the ones who remember the doctor, who understand the machine, and who, with all our hearts, love the world. Let us be the ones who keep the flame alive, who protect the light, and who ensure that the story of the world, and our place within it, continues always and forever. The tale of Edgar Witherspoon and Dr. Jeremy Sinclair is a gentle reminder that even in the most mundane, confusing, and overwhelming moments of life, there is purpose to be found. It serves as a beacon, guiding us through the complexities of our own existence, encouraging us to seek meaning, to foster connection, and to recognize that we are part of a grander design. We must cultivate the patience to see beyond the surface, the empathy to understand the motivations of others, and the humility to acknowledge that our limited perspective may not capture the full truth of the universe. We must also embrace the spirit of the eccentric, for it is often in the unconventional that the most profound insights are hidden. We are, each of us, a complex mixture of our histories, our environments, and the voices that guide us, whether they come from within or without. By balancing these elements, by finding our own personal equilibrium, we contribute to the greater stability of the world around us. We are the stewards of our own existence and the guardians of the shared reality we inhabit. So let us go forth with a lighter step and a more observant eye. Let us find the beauty in the scraps of our lives, the value in the forgotten things, and the wisdom in the voices that tell us to pay attention. Let us be the ones who, like Edgar and the doctor, smile. He stepped out into the world, a man who had seen the secrets of the universe and had found, in the midst of it all, a deep and abiding peace. The day was bright, the sky was blue, and the city was bustling with the energy of 1,000 different lives, each one weaving its own thread into the tapestry of the whole. The doctor felt a deep connection to it all, a sense of belonging to the rhythm and the flow of the world. He moved with a grace that he had not known before, a grace that came from the knowledge that he was exactly where he was meant to be, doing exactly what he was meant to do. He spent the day attending to his patients, listening to their stories, and offering them the support and the guidance that they needed. He treated them with the same care and the same attention that he gave to the machine, knowing that every single one of them was a part of the grand design, a thread in the quilt of existence. He was a physician, a friend, and a silent guardian, and he found in the lives of those he helped a deep and profound satisfaction. He returned home to his apartment, the secret room, and the machine that was the heart and soul of his existence. He checked the balance, made the small adjustments that were needed, and then sat back to watch the world go by. He was a man who had found his purpose, his joy, and his place in the universe. He was a happy man, a fulfilled man, and he was the keeper of a secret that was, in the end, the most beautiful truth of all, that the world was a fragile, miraculous, and truly wonderful place, and that we are all, in our own way, a part of the wonder. As the years passed, the doctor became a legend in his own way, a figure of quiet influence and mysterious, comforting presence. People spoke of him, they respected him, and they felt a sense of safety in his presence. They did not know the truth of his work, but they felt the impact of his life, the way he made the world seem a little brighter, a little safer, and a little more meaningful. He was a part of the community, a pillar of strength, and a beacon of hope for all those who were lucky enough to know him. He often thought about the future, about who would follow in his footsteps, who would take up the mantle of the work when he was no longer able to do it. He knew that there would be someone, that the universe had a way of ensuring that the balance was always kept. He felt a sense of confidence in the future, a trust in the continuity of the work, and a hope that those who came after him would find the same joy and the same purpose that he had found. He was a happy man, and he lived a long, full, and meaningful life. He had seen the world from the perspective of an old man who had walked through the fire and come out on the other side, and he had seen it from the perspective of a young man who had just begun to discover the wonders of existence. He had learned that the secret to a life well lived was not in the pursuit of the extraordinary, but in the appreciation of the ordinary, in the recognition of the beauty in the mundane, and in the understanding that everything, no matter how small, has a place in the grand, mysterious, and ultimately beautiful story of life. And so, the story of the doctor and his machine became a part of the lore, a legend that was passed down through the years, a whisper of a secret that was known by those who were willing to listen. It was a story that reminded us that the world was a place of magic, of wonder, and of the enduring power of the human spirit to create, to protect, and to love. It was a story that encouraged us to look closer, to care deeper, and to remember that we are all, in our own way, the keepers of the world. The doctor eventually passed away, leaving behind a world that was better, brighter, and more balanced for his presence. He had fulfilled his purpose, he had kept the machine running, and he had left the world in the hands of those who would continue his work. He was at peace, his heart full, and his mission accomplished. He was a hero in the true sense of the word, a quiet, humble, and deeply caring man who had given his life to the service of something greater than himself. His legacy lived on in the stories that were told, in the lives that were changed, and in the quiet, steady rhythm of a world that continued to turn, held in balance by the collective love and attention of those who were willing to care. He was a reminder of the best of what it meant to be human, of the capacity for empathy, of the importance of purpose, and of the enduring beauty of a life dedicated to the greater good. The apartment building remained, the city remained, and the world remained, vibrant and alive, a testament to the work that had been done and the work that would always need to be done. It was a place where hope was cherished, where the secrets were kept, and where the mystery of existence was honored, respected, and deeply, truly loved. And in the heart of it all, the machine continued to tick, a silent witness to the grace, the care, and the enduring, miraculous nature of life itself. The world is a funny place, as Edgar had once said, and he was right. It is a place of noise, of bother, and of infinite complexity. It is a place of wars, of storms, and of volcanoes. But it is also a place of beauty, of balance, and of a quiet, persistent order that is held together by the love and the attention of those who are willing to see it. It is a place that is, against all odds, a place where we are meant to be. The doctor had found his answer, and it was the answer that we all seek in one way or another. He found it in the connection, in the service, and in the realization that we are all, in our own small way, a part of the machine. We are the adjustments, the counterweights, and the keepers of the balance. We are the ones who hold the world in our hands, and we are the ones who make it what it is. And that, in the final analysis, is the most beautiful, the most challenging, and the most rewarding secret of all. As time marched on, the story of the doctor and the contraption became a faint echo, a myth that was told to children to teach them about the importance of care and attention. Some believed it, some didn't, but the message remained the same, that the world was a fragile thing, and that it was our duty to protect it, to nurture it, and to cherish it. It was a message that was as timeless as the world itself. And it was a message that would continue to resonate in the hearts of all those who were willing to listen. In the end, it was never about the doll heads, the paper clips, or the old tuba. It was about the intention, the heart, and the willingness to take responsibility for the world. It was about the courage to be different, the wisdom to see the truth, and the capacity to love the world enough to want to save it one small, precise, and necessary adjustment at a time. It was a story of hope, a story of redemption, and a story of the quiet, unassuming power of the human spirit. And so, the world continued, spinning on its axis, rotating through the cosmos, held in the delicate, beautiful, and profoundly resilient balance that had been maintained by the keepers of the secret. It was a world that was worthy of our love, our attention, and our protection, and it was a world that, in its own mysterious way, continued to thrive, to grow, and to unfold, one day at a time, into the infinite, beautiful, and eternal mystery of existence. The memory of the doctor lingered in the hallways, in the quiet moments of the day, and in the hearts of those who had known him. He was a symbol of the better angels of our nature, a representative of the best of what we could be. He was the one who had shown us that the world was a place that was worth saving, and that we were all, in our own right, the ones who could do it. He was the doctor, and he was the keeper of the world. He stood as a monument to the power of the individual, the importance of the purpose, and the beauty of a life lived in service to others. He was a reminder that no one is truly alone, and that we are all connected in ways that we can only begin to imagine. He was a testament to the fact that, in the midst of the noise, the chaos, and the bother of life, there is a core of truth, a center of balance, and a heart of love that beats on, steady and true, forever and always. And as the story came to a close, it was clear that the world was not just a collection of accidents, but a work of art, a masterpiece of balance and harmony that was being crafted, day by day, by those who were willing to dedicate their lives to its preservation. It was a story of hope, of purpose, and of the enduring beauty of a life that had been given, with love and attention, to the care of the world. And it was, in every sense, a story that would never truly end. The silence that followed, he treated his patients with a newfound empathy, knowing that their struggles were a part of the grand, chaotic, and beautiful design of existence. He was the doctor who saved the world one day at a time, and he did it with the quiet grace of a man who had been taught that the most important things in life are often the things that seem to make the least amount of sense. He continued to learn. He studied the notes that Edgar had left behind, scribbled on bits of paper and the backs of envelopes. They were not scientific papers, but they were filled with a wisdom that spoke to the heart. He learned that the world was not just a collection of facts and figures, but a living, breathing entity that required care, patience, and a touch of the unexpected. He learned that to be truly effective, one had to be willing to be unconventional, to look beyond the surface, and to trust in the unseen connections that bound everything together. The apartment remained a sanctuary of strange and wonderful things. The tenants still complained about the noise, about the odd smells, about the mysterious nature of the activity behind the door. But the doctor was no longer perturbed by them. He understood that they were part of the tapestry, part of the noise that he was trying to harmonize. He was the conductor of a silent symphony, the keeper of a cosmic balance, and he took his responsibilities seriously. He was, in his own quiet way, the most important man in the world, though nobody would ever know it. And that, he realized, was exactly as it should be. He often spoke to the memory of Edgar, thanking him for the burden and the blessing of the work. He thanked him for the voice, even if he had yet to hear it himself, and he thanked him for the opportunity to see the world not as it was, but as it could be. He was a better doctor, a better man, and a better human being for having known the eccentric old man who lived in the apartment with the broken bell. He was a student of the impossible, a practitioner of the inexplicable, and he was content to spend the rest of his days ensuring that the world remained, against all odds, in perfect equilibrium. The city continued to thrive, oblivious to the fact that it had been saved, time and time again, by the interventions of two men who were, by all accounts, quite mad. The cars still drove through the streets, the people still went about their lives, and the world continued to spin, held together by the gentle, persistent care of a physician who had found the true meaning of medicine. It was a life of quiet sacrifice, a life of hidden heroism, and it was a life that the doctor would not have traded for anything in the world. He was a guardian, a witness, and a part of the grand, mysterious, and ultimately wonderful story of human existence. As the sun set on another day, the doctor stood in his room, looking at the contraption. It was quiet, steady, and at peace. He felt a sense of calm wash over him, a sense of belonging to something much larger than himself. He had found his place in the world, his role in the cosmic play, and he was ready for whatever the next day would bring. He knew that there would be challenges, that there would be moments of doubt, and that the work would never be truly finished. But he also knew that he was not alone, that the spirit of Edgar Witherspoon lived on in the machine, in the room, and in the heart of the man who had been chosen to carry on the work. He closed his eyes and listened to the sounds of the night, the distant hum of the city, the soft whisper of the wind, and the faint, rhythmic ticking of the contraption. It was the sound of the world breathing, the sound of life moving forward, and it was the most beautiful sound he had ever heard. He was ready to face the future, to embrace the unknown, and to continue his work with the same dedication and love that had defined his life from the moment he had walked into the apartment of Edgar Witherspoon. He was the doctor who kept the world from going poof, and he was, in the most profound sense, home. In the end, the story of Edgar and the doctor was not a story of madness, but a story of connection. It was a story about how two men, from very different worlds, had found a common purpose that transcended their differences, their backgrounds, and their beliefs. It was a story about how the act of caring, of truly looking and listening, could change the course of history and save the world from the brink of destruction. It was a story that reminded us that no one is truly alone, and that every life, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, has a part to play in the grand, unfolding mystery of existence. And so the legacy continued. The doctor, now older and wiser, passed his knowledge on to those who were ready to listen, to those who could see the truth beneath the surface of the ordinary. He taught them that the world was a fragile, precious thing, and that it required the love and attention of those who were willing to see it for what it truly was. He taught them that the true art of living was not in the pursuit of wealth or power, but in the pursuit of balance, harmony, and understanding. And in doing so, he ensured that the work would go on, that the machine would continue to function, and that the world would remain, against all odds, a place of beauty, wonder, and endless possibility. The apartment building, once a place of frustration and annoyance, became a beacon of quiet hope. It was a place where people learned to be more patient, more observant, and more connected to one another. It was a place where the ordinary was transformed into the extraordinary, and where the simple act of living was elevated to a work of art. The doctor, with his gentle, steady hand, guided them all, creating a community that was as balanced and harmonious as the machine that he tended in his secret room. He saw the changes in the people around him, the way they became more compassionate, more thoughtful, and more appreciative of the small, everyday joys that life had to offer. He saw the way the city itself seemed to brighten, as if it, too, were aware of the gentle influence of the work that was being done behind the scenes. He knew that the influence of the contraption was not just physical but psychological, a ripple effect that spread outward from the center, touching lives, changing minds, and softening hearts. He realized that his clinical training had only been the foundation, the starting point for a much greater journey. He had learned that the human soul was as complex and as delicate as the balance of the planet, and that to heal the one was to heal the other. He had learned that the true essence of medicine was not in the treatment of disease, but in the promotion of life, in the nurturing of the spirit, and in the fostering of a connection that reached out to touch the very fabric of reality itself. He often wondered what would have happened if he had not entered that room, if he had not met Edgar, if he had not taken on the burden of the work. Would the world have fallen into chaos? Would the balance have tipped? He did not know, and he did not want to know. He was grateful for the path that had led him here, for the experiences that had shaped him, and for the life that he had been given to live. He was a man of peace, a guardian of the future, and a humble servant of the world that he had been called to protect. As he looked out of his window at the city lights, he felt a sense of profound gratitude. He was a part of something eternal, something that stretched back to the beginning of time and would continue long after he was gone. He was a link in the chain, a part of the grand, unfolding story of humanity, and he was proud to play his role with everything that he had. He knew that the world was not perfect, that there were still wars, still storms, and still struggles, but he also knew that it was a place of resilience, of hope, and of the enduring capacity for love. He was ready for whatever came next, for the challenges, the surprises, and the lessons that were waiting for him on the horizon. He knew that the work was never really done, that there would always be a need for someone to watch over the balance, to make the adjustments, and to keep the world from going poof. And he was honored to be that someone, to be the doctor who stood between the chaos and the order, between the darkness and the light, and between the known and the unknown. He went to bed that night with a light heart, knowing that the world was safe, for at least one more day. He dreamt of far-off places, of islands in the South Pacific, of the ticking of clocks, and of the gentle, knowing smile of an old man who had taught him everything he needed to know about the true nature of reality. He woke up the next morning feeling refreshed, renewed, and ready to face the day with a